who make their second and final visit into Chicago. For the Red Sox, Rick Burleson, the American League All-Star shortstop, will lead it off. Freddie Lynn will be in the American League All-Star outfield as a backup. Center fielder will be batting second. Jim Rice will bat third and be the designated hitter. Carl Yastrzemski will be a starting outfielder for the Red Sox in the All-Star game, will bat cleanup, and he'll be in left field. Doing the catching for the American League All-Stars next Tuesday night will be Carlton Fisk. Fisk doing the catching here tonight will bat fifth. George Scott will be at first base. Butch Hobson, who has been on a real tear of late, will be batting in the number 7 spot. He'll be at third base. Steve Dillard will be at second base, and Dillard will bat 8th in the lineup tonight. And batting 9th, it'll be Rick Miller, who will be in right field. On the mound, Bob Stanley. He was 1-6. He has lost 3 with an earned run average of 3.80. For the White Sox, leading it off, it'll be Ralph Garr in left field. Alan Bannister at shortstop. George Orta will bat in the third spot and be at second base. Richie Zisk in right field batting cleanup. Oscar Gamble will be the designated hitter, and he'll bat fifth. Jim Spencer will be at first base, and he'll bat sixth. Chet Lemon in center field will bat in the number 7 spot. Eric Soderholm will be at third base, and Soderholm will bat 8th. And batting 9th and doing the catching, Brian Downing. On the mound for the White Sox will be a Boston product himself from Lexington, Massachusetts, Wilbur Wood, left-handy knuckleballer who has won 3, and he has lost 2 this year, with an earned run average of 4.01. While the White Sox defeated the Red Sox earlier this year, after coming out of Toronto, where they lost 2 out of 3, the White Sox came home and opened their home campaign with a 5-2 victory over Boston, with Ken Brett now with California besting Rick Wise. Then in the second game, the White Sox defeated the Red Sox 7-3, Bart Johnson defeating Ferguson Jenkins. Then these clubs met just a few weeks ago in Boston, where the Red Sox in 10 innings defeated the White Sox 5-4 with Campbell beating Anderson, and then beating the White Sox 7-1 with Wise over Knapp. Then in the fifth game between these two clubs, and the third at Fenway Park, it was the White Sox defeating the Boston Red Sox by a score of 7-3. Steve Stone, with relief help from Laren LeGros, defeated Louis Tiant. So this is the 6th meeting between these two clubs. The White Sox have won 3 of the first 5. As we mentioned, both these clubs coming into tonight's game leading their respective divisions. The Red Sox leading the East with a record of 50-36 for a .581 winning percentage, whereas the White Sox are leading the Western Division with a 52-win and 35-loss record, a .598 winning percentage. The White Sox are 17 games over 500 for the 3rd time this year, and for the 4th time they'll try to get over the 500 mark by 18 full games, which a victory would provide them with here tonight. Boston leading their division over Baltimore by a half a game and a game and a half in front of the Yankees, whereas the White Sox have a 3.5 game lead over Kansas City and a 4.5 game lead over the Minnesota Twins. Texas is 8.5 back. California is 10 back. Other baseball tonight as the umpires come out to the home plate area. Art Franz's crew is working this final 3-game series before the All-Star break. He's coming out now with his crew and manager Bob Lemon of the White Sox to go over the ground rules. And Don Zimmer, the little former Dodger and Cub, now managing the Red Sox, coming out of the Boston dugout. Other activity tonight that we should pay attention to is the Yankees at Kansas City for a 3-game set. That game just getting underway. Minnesota is out at Oakland later tonight. Cleveland is at Texas, and Texas leading 5-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning, and I believe that's a twilight doubleheader. Baltimore at Milwaukee just underway. Detroit at Toronto just underway, and Seattle at California just underway. We're going to introduce the White Sox individually here, and we have a slew of belly dancers entertaining tonight, as this is the 2nd annual Greek night. Actually, we had Greek afternoon a year ago when Milwaukee was in town, and now Greek night with the Boston Red Sox in town. So the belly dancers have formed 2 single files in front of the White Sox dugout, where the White Sox players will make their entrance way for defensive purposes prior to this ball game getting underway. Over in the National League, the Chicago Cubs went into tonight's action against the Philadelphia Phillies in a twilight doubleheader with a 4-game lead. The Phillies won the first game 4-2, the second game about to get underway. Cardinals leading Montreal 3-0 in the bottom of the third. Houston and Cincinnati no score at the end of 2. Pittsburgh scheduled at New York, and we still don't know whether that game has been postponed or not because of the light problem still in New York. Los Angeles is at San Diego later tonight, and San Francisco is at Atlanta. So that's the big league schedule. And we don't have any ticker in our machine. No wonder we don't know what's going on in New York. So we'll have to get that corrected here in a moment. A beautiful day in Chicago. Well, it depends on how you look at it. But it has turned out to be a marvelous night here. The breeze coming off the lake, out of the east, coming over the right field roof. And it'll be a superb evening, especially to all the folks sitting between the foul lines as the breeze comes in from right field. As the White Sox try to take the Red Sox here. And now, the Chicago White Sox take the field. Have a single file go through the belly dancers and out their position. The lone exception being pitcher Wilbur Woods, who walks to the outside, goes to the mound. The White Sox fans giving them a big hand here. Let's listen. We invite you now to enjoy Mr. John Leonis with first the Greek national anthem, followed by the American national anthem. Here at Comiskey Park, sung by John Leonis who sang both the Greek national anthem and the American national anthem. And we're all set for baseball, and before we are, the state controller of Illinois, Michael J. Bakalis, the former superintendent of schools and now the state controller, a Greek, American Greek, throwing out the first ball here. So we're all set for baseball. Wilbur Wood will be getting in his warm-up tosses. He's got to wait for Brian Downing to come back after getting the official first night pitch hope from Michael Bakalis. Now he's all set. I mentioned tonight that the big payoff inning is going to be the 8th inning. But I do want to make mention of the fact that when you send in your postcards for the big payoff inning, please do not send them to Comiskey Park. Because if you send them to Comiskey Park, they're not going to get in the bin. They've got to go to WMAQ. The big payoff inning in care of WMAQ, Post Office Box 3396, Chicago, Illinois 60654. So if you send them to Comiskey Park, they're not going to go in the bin. So again, please send your postcard with your name and address to the big payoff inning in care of WMAQ, Post Office Box 3396, Chicago, Illinois 60654. And remember, the big payoff inning tonight is the 8th inning. Rick Burleson, the all-star shortstop of the American League this year, will be leading it off. Burleson, a right-handed hitter. Wilbur Wood goes into the windup, and the first pitcher's a swing, and a one-hopper off the glove of Morta into right center field. And it'll go, I believe, as a base hit. A sharp grounder to the right side, and it's a base hit. So the Red Sox, who have been hot of late, winning 9 of their last 11 ball games, get their leadoff man on. And the batter is Freddie Lynn, hitting .264, 9 homers and 34 RBIs. He'll be on the All-Star team. He will not be a starter. He got beat out in the final balloting by Reggie Jackson of the Yankees. Outfield plays him way around to the right, hitting .264, I think we mentioned, 9 homers, 34 RBIs, and he takes the ball high. Cubs were defeated 4-2 in the first game of the doubleheader. They did not score in the first inning of the first game. The Phillies at bat. Left-hander ready. Here's a toss over to first, the runner back. The Boston Red Sox making their final appearance in Chicago this year. Unless, of course, these two teams get into the playoffs, then they would be back. Here's a toss over to first, the runner back. Only time will tell. If the season came to an end today, it would be the White Sox and the Red Sox in the playoffs. Wilbur Wood ready. The left-hander delivers. There's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Wood, opening the series, is after his 3rd straight victory. He was not the pitcher of record in his last start at Detroit when he went 7 1/3 innings. Tigers won it 6-5 in 10 innings. But prior to that, Wood had tossed 3 complete straight games, 2 against Seattle, in the middle against Minnesota where he shut them out. Here's a toss over to first, the runner back. Career-wise, Wilbur has won 9 and lost 13 against the Red Sox. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a topper to the right side. Morta has it, goes to second for the 4th out, and the shortstop taking Bannister out of the play, going way out of his way to do it. And Lynn is on in the fielder's choice. Runner at first with 1 out now, as Burleson is out from 4-6, and the batter is Jim Rice, the designated hitter, hitting .313, 23 homers and 59 RBIs. Defensively for the Red Sox, or rather for the White Sox, it's Brian Downing doing the catching. Brian, somewhat of Wilbur's private catcher this year, handling him throughout the last few years, and thus it gives Jim Essie a rest, and Jimmy's been in a little bit of a slump lately, so I'm sure the rest will not hurt. Left-hander delivers. Here's the pitch. Strike. Good knuckleball. But Downing's doing the catching. Jim Spencer at first. George Orta at second. Alan Bannister at short, and Eric Soderholm at third. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. An outfield of Ralph Garr in left, Chet Lemon in center, and Richie Zisk in right. Umpire Art Franz, a Chicagoan. This crew, the first time they've worked in Chicago this year. Here's a toss over to first, the runner back. Al Clark's at second, or at first base rather. Ted Hendry is at second, and Jerry Neudecker at third. Beautiful night here in Chicago. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a pop-up. Right side of the infield, Jim Spencer is there. The first baseman pounds the mitt and he has it. And there are 2 out. So 2 out is Rice. Pops it up. And now Captain Carl Yastrzemski, the batter. Carl Yastrzemski. Oh, what an athlete. Yastrzemski. This is his 17th big league season. And he was named to the All-Star team. Let's see how many years. Here's a toss over to first, the runner back. He was on the All-Star club in 63, 7, 8, 9, 70, 71, 72, 74, 75, 76. Was named to the club in 66, 65, and 73, but did not play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is the 14th time that he has been named to an All-Star club. Quite a record. Left-handed hitter. Here's a toss again over to first, the runner back. Yastrzemski hitting .307. 17 homers and 59 RBIs. He'll be in that starting outfield for the American League along with Richie Zisk and Reggie Jackson. Be interesting to see who's going to play center field. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch, and it's high a ball. 79 degrees at the lakefront, 86 out at Midway. Well, we're somewhere in between, probably about 81, 82 degrees here at the ballpark. Humidity 57%, but a cooling breeze out of the east at 10 miles an hour. Left-hander ready. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2 inside. Looking at the wind flags right now, coming out of the southeast. That's from the right field corner to the left field corner. Here's a toss over to first, the runner back again. The White Sox have won 14 and lost 5 in their last 3 homestands. Good record here at home. There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Here's the throw to second. He is out. The throw to the right side of second, but Bannister did a good job, grabbed it and reached over and got Lynn sliding in to retire the side. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on. That caught stealing goes from 2 to 6 if you're keeping score with us. So at the end of a half inning of play, Red Sox nothing, White Sox coming to bat.
True Value hardware stores want to help you save on energy. So they offer savings on the batteries you need to supply the energy to flashlights, kids' toys, games, and more. Right now you can get a pack of 4 Eveready C or D size batteries for just 77 cents. These Eveready general purpose batteries are ideal for equipment that's only used occasionally or for short periods of time. And now the True Value hardware stores are offering a 4-pack of these Eveready batteries for just 77 cents. You can afford to replace all your worn out batteries and stock up on the extras for future use. Get a pack of 4 Eveready C or D size flashlight batteries, just 77 cents from participating True Value hardware stores.
True Value hardware is more than just a name. It's a way of doing business that means True Value.
Back at Comiskey Park as we go to the bottom of the first inning. There's no score in the ball game. It'll be Ralph Garr, Alan Bannister, and George Orta stepping to the plate for the White Sox to face Bob Stanley of the Boston Red Sox. He's won 6, he's lost 3 with an ERA of 3.80. Making his 12th start in his 20th appearance. It's his first start and second appearance against the White Sox. For Ralph Garr as he leads it off, hitting .302, 5 homers and 31 RBIs. Had his 18-game hitting streak snapped here last night. Third baseman Hobson playing him in on the grass at third. Outfield playing him around to the right. Here's the first pitch. Here's a swing and a foul behind Bobby Knopp at third. Defensively for the Red Sox, Carlton Fisk joined the catching. George Scott is at first base. Steve Dillard at second, Rick Burleson at short, and Butch Hobson at third. An outfield of Carl Yastrzemski in left, Freddie Lynn in center field, and Rick Miller in right field. Fans start to talk it up early. Here's the one-strike pitch, swing and a miss. Our big payoff inning tonight come your way in the eighth. Bob Stanley goes into the windup. The two-strike pitch way outside of ball. The Red Sox have been hot lately, as have the White Sox. The White Sox are 2-0 against the Bo Sox here at Comiskey Park this year. Stanley delivers. Here's a pitch inside of ball. Stanley's a big kid. 6'4", 205-pounder. Only 22 years old. This is his first year in the major leagues. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a grounder up the middle. Second baseman can't get it. It's a base hit. So Ralph Garr gets the White Sox off here in the first inning with a base hit. And the batter will be Alan Bannister. Bannister hitting .315, 2 homers and 40 RBIs. Bannister had his average up to .319 with a 9-game hitting streak, but was blanked at 4 trips to the plate yesterday. Bannister is ranked 9th in the American League in hitting. Well, actually, he's a little better than that. 8th. Got to get that extra step. Outfield, playing him straight away and shallow. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. Stanley was at Elmira in 74. He was in Winter Haven in 75 and at Bristol a year ago. He jumped from Double-A to the big leagues. Went 2 1/3 innings in relief against the White Sox earlier this year. Here's a toss to first, the runner back. That was on the 13th of June at Boston. He allowed 2 runs on 3 hits. Right-hander ready, out of the stretch. Garr with the lead off at first. There he goes. Here's a pitch, a swing and a one-hopper back to the mound. Can't go to second, throws at first. He got him. It was good that Garr was off, because otherwise they might have had a chance for a double play, but when Stanley got the ball and turned, Garr was almost on second, and he wisely elected not to throw down there, and Bannister is out from 1 to 3, but on the play, Garr's at second with 1 out, and George Orta the batter. Orta hitting .285, 9 homers and 54 RBIs. George with a 7-game hitting streak. You know, Garr led off this inning with a single. Against the Red Sox this year, he was hitting .389. So he's up that some more. Orta hitting .333 against Boston this year. Outfield playing George around to the right. The wind to crosswind tonight from the right field corner to the left field corner. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. The Red Sox defeated Cleveland last night 7-4 behind Louis Tiant and Paxton. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2, trying to keep that ball away from Orta. Norris has just hit a 2-run homer for Cleveland. They're at the end of 7. It's 8-3. Texas out in front of Cleveland. Right-hander ready. The 2-0 pitch. Ball 3 outside. Richie Zisk in the on-deck circle. The White Sox have won 3 and lost 2 on this homestand. These are the final 3 games of the homestand prior to the All-Star break. Beautiful crowd on hand. Right-hander ready. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Called strike. Let her high. Orta ready to leave the box and go down to first. 3 balls and a strike. Dillard playing back near the edge of the outfield grass at second. Scott back at first. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. He walked him. Well, the White Sox have runners at first and second, and Richie Zisk coming up. Richie Zisk hitting .299, 19 homers and 62 RBIs. Zisk hit a home run the last time the White Sox faced the Red Sox. That was back in Boston. Outfield plays him straight away. Zisk will be the only member of the White Sox in the All-Star game for the American League. He'll be a starter. Fans talking it up. First pitch inside of ball. Oscar Gamble in the on-deck circle. And now Don Zimmer coming out of the Boston dugout. He wants to talk to his pitcher. I want to wish best wishes to John Knight in the South Suburban Hospital, recovering from a broken arm. Also to Doug Hamilton of Woodridge, Illinois, got home from the hospital today, and Eddie Washburn of Coal City, Illinois, at home recuperating from a broken back. Doug Hamilton and Eddie Washburn, two friends of Jim Spencer's, wanted us to wish them best wishes here. Now the conversation is over almost as quick as it began, as a little fire flood. Don Zimmer goes back to the Boston dugout. 1 ball and no strikes to Richie Zisk. Runners at first and second with 1 out. No score. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Crowd talking it up. Stanley ready. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 2. Infield a double play depth. Hobson back at third. Scott way beat back behind the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Ball 3. Stanley's a sinker ball pitcher, and his ball has been high to Zisk and inside. Sinker, slider, and a changeup. Big surprise to the Red Sox, a real sleeper. Won 2/3 of his ball game. Right-hander ready, runners at first and second. Let's see if they give him a get-go here in a 3-0 pitch. Here it is. Called strike, he was taking all the way. 3 balls and a strike to Richie Zisk. Cubs and Phillies, no score at the end of 1. Second game of the doubleheader. Phillies won the opener 4-2. Right-hander ready. The 3-1 pitch. Low, he walks it, the bases are loaded. To third. Orta goes to second. And now Oscar Gamble steps in. And Zisk goes out to the mound to talk to Stanley. Oscar hitting .260, 18 homers and 39 RBIs. Well, the White Sox have had 2 Grand Slam home runs this year. Both off the bat of a left-hander, Jim Spencer. He's in the on-deck circle right now. Outfield around to the right. Tonight, Greek night. Great pregame festivities here. Couldn't make it tonight. Come on out tomorrow night. These same Red Sox will be here. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a chopper down to Scott at first. He goes home. 1 out, and that's it. Scott goes to the plate to get the force out on Ralph Garr. That goes from 3-2 for the second out. On the play, Orta goes to third. Zisk goes to second. And on first on a fielder's choice is Oscar Gamble, and the batter is Jim Spencer. Well, Spencer with a chance for his 3rd Grand Slam home run of the year, but White Sox just hoping he can punch a single here. Spencer hitting .259, 13 homers and 43 RBIs. Bases loaded now and 2 out. A single, an infield out, a pair of walks, and another infield force out. Right-hander using a full windup here with the bases loaded. Goes into the windup. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Chet Levin in the on-deck circle. Sox with an opportunity to score here in the first. Only 1 ball has gotten out of the infield. That was Garr's single to lead off the inning up the middle. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Ball 2 inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Having a doubleheader in New York, the first game won by Pittsburgh 7-1. Right-hander ready. The 2-0 pitch. There's a swing and a topper to the right side, but it goes foul. 2-1. 2 2 balls and 1 strike to Jim Spencer. You know, these two clubs are almost identical in hitting. In fact, both teams lead the American League with 284 team batting averages. The Red Sox have out-homered the White Sox 130 to 106. The White Sox have driven in more runs, 451 to 441. 2 balls and a strike to Spencer, who steps back into the batter's box. Orta down at third. Zisk at second. Gamble at first with 2 outs. No score. Right-hander in the windup. The 2-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a drive into right field. It's going to be caught by the right fielder. Coming over quickly is Rick Miller. A well-hit ball down the right side, about 10 feet there. But Miller, playing him to pull the ball, was in perfect position and raced over and got it to retire the side. That was the best hit ball of the inning. So in the first, no runs, 1 hit, 3 men left on. We're at the end of 1 inning of play. The White Sox nothing, the Red Sox nothing.
Your Chevy dealer is really anxious to give you a good buy on a small Chevrolet now during Chevrolet's giant small car sell-a-thon.
Get a Chevy, get a car you're gonna like. It's a giant small car sell-a-thon.
Chevy Chevette's got the highest EPA gas mileage rating of any car built in America. Chevette with its available 1.6-liter engine and standard transmission is EPA rated at 43 miles a gallon highway, 31 city. That's an estimate. Your mileage will vary. But 43 highway, 31 city. That's terrific.
Put a little Chevy in your life. It's a giant small car sell-a-thon.
Chevy Monza's rated at 33 miles a gallon highway, 24 city, with standard 4-cylinder engine and manual transmission.
So get a Chevy, get a car you're gonna like.
Right now, America, at your Chevrolet dealer.
It's a giant small car sell-a-thon.
You'll love it.
This is WMAQ Chicago.
The Yankees in Kansas City are underway at Kansas City tonight. No score at the end of 1 inning of play. The Yankees going with Ron Guidry in the ballgame, while the Kansas City Royals are going with Paul Splittorff. Carl Yastrzemski will lead it off. He was at the plate when a hit and run was on, and he got a called strike, and Lynn was thrown out, caught stealing, as the case was, and the first pitch to Carl is inside the ball. He'll be followed by Carlton Fisk and George Scott. Wilbur Wood on the mound. No score. We're in the second inning. White Sox, a big opportunity in the last inning. Looked like Spencer was going to clear the bases. He hit a shot, but it stayed up high enough for Miller to get over and grab it. The best hit ball of the inning. Lou Brock has stolen a base at Montreal, his 881st of his career. He needs only 12 more to beat the record of Ty Cobb, 892 in a career. Stole it in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3. Wilbur has fallen behind Yastrzemski. 3 balls and no strikes. Remember, our big payoff inning tonight will be the 8th. Left-hander goes into the windup. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Called strike. These two clubs will go at it again tomorrow night. It'll be Francisco Barrios going against Rick Wise, and Sunday afternoon, Steve Stone going against Reggie Cleveland. Left-hander in the windup. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Inside a ball, he walked in. So the Red Sox, for the second consecutive inning, get their leadoff man on, and the batter will be Carlton Fisk. Fisk hitting .318, 16 homers and 51 RBIs. This game being televised back into the Boston area, so Wilbur Wood's wife and 2 daughters can watch him. His son Darren's been with him all week. Always nice when a player can go back into his hometown via the tube or radio. Gives him a little more incentive playing against his hometown fan. Here's a swing and a foul to the left side. Yastrzemski was off on the pitch. They had the hit and run going. The Red Sox have done a lot of that this year. You know, we were mentioning a moment ago about saying hello to the youngsters that are recuperating in and just out of the hospital, but we've got to give our best wishes to our good buddy Stan Williams, the White Sox pitching coach. He is still in Illinois Masonic Hospital recuperating from that injury he received out here Wednesday night in the twilight doubleheader. Here's a toss to first, the runner back. Williams was struck above the right eye by a thrown ball. Got a little dent in his forehead. Hopefully he'll be getting along all right and is right now. Here's a pitch that just missed. Wilbur Wood thought he had it for a strike. Count even up at 1-1. That Texas game against Cleveland, that is a twilight doubleheader. Rangers are winning the first game 8-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Wood looks in, all set. Tosses over to first, Yastrzemski back. Boston Red Sox making their final appearance in Chicago this year. Plus, of course, we have a playoff. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch, runner not going, and it misses inside a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Eddie Yost doing the coaching down at third, Johnny Pesky coaching at first for Don Zimmer. Leadoff man is on, no score. We're in the top of the second. Carlton Fisk, the all-star catcher for the American League at the plate. Here's a toss over to first, and Yastrzemski back again. They'll have Burleson, Yastrzemski, and Fisk in the starting lineup. 2 balls, 1 strike. There goes Yastrzemski. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a foul behind Eddie Yost, and Yastrzemski will go back. That evens the count up at 2-2. Fisk has collected a hit in 6 straight games. White Sox have pitched good against him this year. He's hitting only .235 against the White Sox. I take that back. Hitting .333 against the Sox. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Toss over to first. Everybody in the league respects the throw, the pickoff move that one Wilbur Wood has. Usually the younger players who get caught, the veteran players, stick around pretty close as Yastrzemski does as another throw goes over there. The Red Sox have won 2 in a row, 5 of their last 6, 9 of their last 11. Left-hander ready, not going. Here's the pitcher's a swing and a topper down to Soderholm at third. He goes to second for 1. The relay, not in time. They get the front man 5-4. But Fisk is safe on the fielder's choice. And the batter is George Scott. Scott leading the American League in home runs with 25 steps in there. Hitting .273, 25 homers, and 57 RBIs. Scott hitting .353 against the White Sox with 6 RBIs. He's third in slugging in the American League. Slugging percent of .561. Here's the pitch, and it's a knuckleball for a strike. Scott was saying before the game, I was here on Greek Day last year. He was, but he wore a Milwaukee Brewer uniform at the time. Scott ranks 4th on the club in RBIs, despite the fact he's tops in the league in home runs. Hobson, Rice, and Yastrzemski are in front of him. Left-hander ready, the 1-strike pitcher's a swing and a grounder to Bannister at short, goes to second for 1, the relay, double play. 6-4, 3 and out. And the White Sox turn over their first double play of the night. In the inning, no runs, no hits, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the second, still no score.
That melody you hear says that pleasure's near. From one dear lover to another goes. So play that friendly sound, pass that great piece around. Real dear lovers know that means so.
The Stroh Brewery Company, Detroit, Michigan.
Your telephone and your radio. That's all it takes to win in the great QN on WMAQ.
You just won yourself a $350 color TV.
Oh, goodness.
You've just won yourself a $100 bill.
Oh, fantastic. You are $1,000 richer. You're kidding.
Better get ready. There's another QN coming up on WMAQ. Here's important weather information from WMAQ News. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning effective till 9 o'clock tonight for Ogle and Lee counties in northern Illinois. That is Ogle and Lee counties in northern Illinois. More information coming up from WMAQ. Now back to the White Sox.
We go to the bottom half of the second inning. There's no score in the ball game. Beautiful night for baseball here. And we understand those tornado warnings. That's in the northwestern part of the state. And hopefully we won't have any bad weather in this area. We'll go to the bottom of the second now. And a great crowd on hand. I'd say around the 40,000 mark. Bob Lemon will lead it off, or Chet Lemon will lead it off for Bob Lemon's White Sox. How about that? 277 hitters, 10 homers, and 34 RBIs. He'll be followed by Soderholm and Downing. Bob Stanley in the windup in the first pitch. Called strike. Chet Lemon was 0 for 23 before he got a big single yesterday, advancing the tying run to third as the White Sox beat Toronto 2-1, and he takes a fastball again, strike two. So quickly, he is in the hole. White Sox had a big opportunity in the last inning, and the bases loaded with one out, and were unable to score. Here's the two-strike pitch. Called strike three with a good slider. And Lemon looked at two pitches. Or all three pitches, I should say, and goes out. That's the first strikeout for Stanley. But I'll tell you, I don't know how Jim Spencer could have hit the ball any harder than he did, but unfortunately, the right fielder got to it. Had he not, the least would have been 2-0. Eric Soderholm, the batter with a 7-game hitting streak, hitting .289, 9 homers and 30 RBIs. Outfield, playing him straight away. Soderholm hitting .286 on this homestand with a homer and an RBI, fouls one behind Bobby Knopf. Bounces up into the seats where a gentleman in the first row has it. They're on the catwalks out near the scoreboard above the center field bleachers. The standing room crowd out there. Here's a swing and a base hit to left field. Soderholm gets the second hit off of Stanley. White Sox with a runner at first and one out sent Brian Downing to the plate. Downing doing the catching for Wilbur Wood tonight, hitting .278, no homers and 7 RBIs. Like to see Brian have a big night. It's tough coming off that bench. Yankees at bat in the second inning at Kansas City, no score. Milwaukee leading Baltimore 1-0 at the end of one. Red Sox watching what Baltimore and the Yankees are doing tonight. The White Sox watching what Kansas City's doing tonight. Minnesota will be playing later at Oakland. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. California club is now 10 games out of first place. Outfield playing Downing straight away. Wide open stance. Here's the one-strike pitch outside of ball. Sox have 2 hits. The White Sox, that is, and the Red Sox 1 hit. Sox won the first 2 games in this ballpark, opening day and the next day. 2 afternoon games. This is the first night game in here between these clubs. Here goes the runner. Here's a swing and a base hit to right field. Here goes the runner headed for third, and Rick Miller will toss it into second. In the ball game, the Red Sox will play back a double play up. Hobson playing in at third, and Scott will hold the runner on. Vinny Minoso doing the coaching at first. Bobby Knopf doing the coaching at third, talking to Eric Soderholm right now. Good hole on the right side of the infield with the second baseman Dillard playing up the middle double play depth along with Burleson, the shortstop. Tigers out in front of Toronto 3-2. Boy, we didn't get any help from Detroit at all at Kansas City. Kansas City swept them a 2-game set. Now you really can't expect help from anybody else. Just got to go out and do it yourself. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Evens the count up at 1-1. Alan Bannister in the on-deck circle. Sox had the bases loaded with 1 out in the first inning. Now they have runners at first and third with 1 out here in the second inning, trying to play the runner off of Bob Stanley and the Red Sox. Garb gets out of the box, picks up some dirt, wipes his hands dry with it. It's humid tonight, 57%. But we are almost, about 14, 15 degrees cooler tonight than it was yesterday afternoon. Big difference, too. That wind was out of the south yesterday. Now it's out of the northeast. Southeast, I take that back. Going to the right field corner to the left field corner. Now we're all set. Stanley getting this sign from Carlton Fisk. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Gar nods his head in agreement. Finds himself in the hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sox have won 14 of their last 19 games in this ballpark. Stanley ready. Soderholm off the third. Downing off the first. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Evens it up at 2-2. The Red Sox with a half-game lead over Baltimore and a game-and-a-half lead over the Yankees. The White Sox a 3.5-game lead over Kansas City, who just jumped out in front of New York 1-0 at the end of 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stanley at the waist. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a grounder left side. Could be 2. Over to second for 1. The relay not in time. A run scores. Good job by Brian Downing as he took Steve Dillard right out of there. They both went down. And now Brian goes back to second. He's safe. Brian thought he was out. Here comes Zimmer to argue about it. He never touched the bag. Downing took him out of the play. And Downing was ready to walk off the field. And then all of a sudden he realized he was safe. Ted Hendry, the rookie umpire out at second, apparently said Dillard didn't touch the bag. He didn't give him the automatic, and you got to give the umpire credit on that. So the White Sox have a run in. And let's see how the official scoring will be on it. It'll be an RBI for Gar. Most likely a fielder's choice. And the White Sox, with runners at first and second, and still only 1 out and a run in.
Did not touch second base in possession of the ball.
Now you just heard the ruling. And air 4 and an RBI. So Gar is on the fielder's choice. And the White Sox are out in front by a score of 1-0, and Alan Bannister, the batter, who bounced one to the pitcher his first time up. Runners at first and second. 1 out, 1 run in. Outfield playing Bannister shallow. They play him straight away. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. George Orton, the on-deck circle. 1 ball and no strikes. Bob Stanley, a big kid, 6'4", 205-pounder, delivers. Outside and low, ball 2. Stanley has made the jump from Double-A to the big leagues. Done a good job for the Red Sox, winning 6 and losing 3 thus far. In trouble here with a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a grounder to the shortstop. Could be 2. Goes to second for 1. The relay not in time. Alan Bannister with his speed prevents the double play. And now Don Zimmer's going to come out and argue again, this time with Al Clark. Second time in as many plays that Zimmer is arguing. So the middleman is cut down, Gar, from 6 to 4. Downing goes to third. And Bannister is on the fielder's choice. And George Orton steps to the plate. Well, you'd like to see that because now you've got the left-handed hitter up with a chance to do some damage. Whereas, had the double play occurred, Orta would have had to lead off. The bottom of the third, George Scott arguing with Al Clark. Now Jerry Neudecker coming over from third to try to break it up. Zimmer going back to the dugout, and Scott still arguing with Clark. Now Fisk, while this is going on, goes out to the mound to talk to Stanley. Stanley, born in Portland, Maine, makes his home in Kearney, New Jersey. Faces George Orta here, who walked his first time up. Orta with a 7-game hitting streak. If he can make it 8 here, the White Sox will have another run. Infield playing way back, except at the corners. Outfield swung around to the right. Expecting Orta to pull. Now George calls time, and he delivers. I'll tell you what, George continually does that. And we've been complaining about it all year long about other players doing it, so you got to say the same for George. When that pitcher's in the windup, not supposed to be allowed to call time. Here's a toss over to first. Bannister picked off of first base. The first throw over, and Bannister arguing about it. He's upset. He thinks, slams his helmet down. I think he believes that Al Clark was evening it up. Vinny Minoso now backing off, holding Bannister back. Alan Bannister, a very calm infielder, doesn't argue much, but it looked like that time that might have been the evener upper. Bob Lemon's going out to argue with Al Clark. Looked like from our angle that he got back in, but of course we're way up here, and Bannister being cut off by Art Franz. Franz telling him to go back, Zisk going out to get him away, and Bob Lemon arguing with Al Clark. The White Sox, I'm sure, thinking that was the evener upper, which allowed Bannister to beat out that double play. And then on the first pitch over there, Bannister was picked off. That goes from 1 to 3. Well, whether it was or whether it wasn't, we know not. But it appears the White Sox feel that way, and that's the most upset we've seen Bannister all year. In the inning, though, the White Sox take the lead. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors in the inning, and 1 man left on. So at the end of 2 complete innings of play, the White Sox won, the Red Sox nothing.
We've got something for everyone, and we've got something for you. We've got everything under the sun, and we've got something for you.
One of the big reasons why a Zenith Chromacolor 2 should be your next color TV is Zenith Space Command 1000 with instant zoom close-up. It's an exclusive Zenith feature that zooms you into the action. Just press the zoom button on the remote control and the zoom picture is 50% larger. You get an instant close-up. It's available on selected 19, 23, and 25-inch diagonal Zenith Chromacolor 2 models. Stop in at your dealer for a demonstration and zoom into action.
We've got something for everyone, and we've got something for you. Come on by and join the fun, and we've got something for you.
Lord Brown back at Comiskey Park as we go to the 3rd inning. White Sox out in front here, 1 to 0. Wilbur Wood on the mound, and the veteran knuckleballer will face Butch Hobson, Steve Dillard, and Rick Miller, the numbers 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the Red Sox order. Texas defeated Cleveland in the first game of a doubleheader, 8-3, Blyleven over Bibby. Left-hander delivers, and the first pitch is swinging a foul towards the upper deck. It's on and out of play over on the 35th Street. Probably got to O'Brien's by now. Here's a pitch inside a ball. Bill Zoller and his son are here with a group rooting for a White Sox victory. The left-hander ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a foul back to the screen. Chicago Green is up in the skybox tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Our big payoff inning tonight will be the 8th inning. 1-0 White Sox out in front. Left-hander in the windup, the 1-2 delivery. Here's a swing and a fly ball to center field. Lemon going back, tripped, maintains his balance, comes in a step and has it. Oh, boy. He came in, realized that the ball was going to carry further, went back, slipped, regained his balance, and then got it about waist high. So there's one out, and Steve Dillard, the batter, hitting .289, a homer and 10 RBIs. I don't believe Dillard has played that much against the White Sox this year. Or against anybody. Well, that's true. He's only been up 90 times this year. Here's the pitcher's a bunt to the left side. Wilbur Wood has it. Flips, he got him. Nice play by Wilbur. Quickly off the mound to his left. That's the first time tonight the Red Sox have tried to bunt on the big guy. A lot of clubs have been doing it. Some with success, others without, and that time without. So Dillard is out 1-3 on the bunt attempt, and the batter is Rick Miller. And again, it's basically where the bunt is. If it's fieldable, he generally gets it. If it is not fieldable, most guys won't get it anyway. Dillard called up after Doug Griffin was released by the Red Sox, so they're going with Doyle and Dillard. The batter is Rick Miller, hitting .241 and 10 RBIs. Playing out his option. His left-handed hitter playing in the place of Dwight Evans tonight. Here's the pitch inside the ball. Dwight Evans with cartilage problem in his right knee. Played the last couple of nights in Cleveland, not giving it a go tonight. And Miller in his stead, even though he's a left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a pop-up coming back up to the upper deck. And it goes off a couple of hands, and a guy gets it in the second row. 1-1 the count. Baltimore out in front of Milwaukee, 2-1 at the end of 2. Kansas City leading the Yankees 1-0 at the end of 2. Minnesota at Oakland later tonight. Philly beating the Cubs 1-0 at the end of 2. Second game of the doubleheader after the Phillies won the first game 4-2. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a grounder down to Orta at second. He's got it. Over to first. 1-2-3. Wilbur Wood has faced the minimum 9 hitters here in the first 3 innings. Runner thrown out stealing, and a double play have helped him. So we go to the bottom of the third here at Comiskey Park. The White Sox won. The Red Sox, nothing.
Hey, did you hear what happened to Charlie Hamilton in Rockford? $10,000. That's what happened. He bought himself one of those Illinois State Lottery instant bingo tickets, made $10,000 just like that. Same thing happened to John Adamczyk in Chicago. Isn't that wonderful? Why, people are winning all over the state. Rose Noster and Creek won $500. So did Walt Konechny in Harwood Heights, Ed Urban in Wooddale, and Pat Ferretti in Chicago. That's nothing to sneeze at, you know, $500. Why, in just 4 weeks, almost 2 million people have won anywhere from a free ticket to $10,000. And I hear there's still more than 6 million winning tickets left. You can play instant lottery bingo anytime, you know, wherever they sell lottery tickets. So don't miss out on all the fun. You could even win a chance at the $1 million drawing. Oh, my heavens, I almost forgot. You heard about Russell Bridgman Burbank, didn't you? Well, he won $10,000, too. I tell you, this instant bingo's the talk of the town. And you take my word for it.
Back at Comiskey Park as we go to the bottom of the third inning. The White Sox out in front here, 1-0. It'll be George Orta, Richie Zisk, and Oscar Gamble, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the White Sox to face Bob Stanley. Now they're waiting for the banners to be pulled in. See, big group out. The Hammond Mohawks up in the upper deck in left center field with a banner. A lot of fans from Hammond, Robertsdale, Whiting, great White Sox fans. Here's the pitch to Orta, and it's low ball. Orta walked his first time up. Boy, a tough pickoff on Alan Bannister back in the second. Sox had runners at first and third and 2 out, and Orta up with a chance to do some damage. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's a swing and a shot up the middle. Burleson has it behind second, and he throws and got him out. That ball may have hit the pitcher to slow it up enough, but it was a smash up the middle. Stanley seems to be all right. Nobody concerned, so apparently it did not hit him. 6-3, according to the official score, so it did not hit him. And Richie Zisk, the batter, he walked his first time up. White Sox had the bases loaded and 1 out. Were unable to score in the first, but they did get a run home in the second. With 1 out, Stoddard home and Downing singled. Here's the pitcher, the swing, and a one-hopper to the third baseman, Hobson. He's got it, and he throws him out. And quickly, there are 2 up and 2 down on 2 pitches. And then Gar, with a runner at third, got out in a fielder's choice as he grounded one to Burleson. And the runner came home to score, that being the lone run. So 2 up and 2 down. Oscar Gamble, the batter, got out in a fielder's choice in the first inning. Outfield plays him around to the right. Two games out on the coast tonight, Seattle at California. Seattle beat California last night. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Yeah, the Mariners knocked off the Angels 4-1, and Ken Brett got beat again. He has lost 3 games in 6 outings. Did he get knocked out? Yeah, he's been knocked out 5 times in 6 outings. He hasn't won a game yet. Here's a swing on the ground to the right side. Scott has it on the short hop and makes the unassisted out, and that retires the side 1-2-3. So both clubs go down in order here in the third. We're at the end of 3 here in Chicago. I'm Lauren Brown. Harry Carey will be along in a minute. It's the White Sox 1, the Red Sox nothing.
The following little reminder just might help your car use less gas.
You could be wasting gas. The last time you changed your tire was a good while ago. But the pressure your tire, the better your mileage you know. So fill it up, fill it up with champion. Pull out the old, plug in the new. Fill it up with champion.
Some folks put off changing their spark plugs till their car starts running badly. Now, that's a little like waiting till you get a flat to change your tires. Champion would like you to remember that the fresher your plugs, the better your mileage. Think about that the next time you pull up to a gas pump.
Everybody, Harry Carey back in the ballpark. We're going to the top of the 4th. 1-0 in favor of the Red Sox. They have the top of the batting order coming up in this inning, with Rick Burleson leading it off. Wilbur Wood leading 1-0. Finally a safe lead against these guys. But better to be ahead than behind, right? Burleson hitting .298. First pitch foul back and out of play. 1 strike and nothing. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. You want that phone book? Yeah. Here's the pitch a little bit low and inside. A ball and a strike. Rick Burleson leading it off. There's a pitch a little low. 2 balls and a strike. Wilbur Woods allowed 1 hit, and that by Burleson. Swings, and he pops it up. Downing coming back under the ball now, makes the catch. Burleson fouled to Downing. 1 away. The Jefferson Park Social Club here tonight. A group of 40 from Cicero. A gang from Joliet here. Softball team from Hammond, Indiana. They're here from Princeton, Illinois. It's our biggest crowd of the year. Now the pitcher it is. Isn't there a beauty of strike call?
Now the pitch inside. A ball and a strike. They hear from Sully's on East 104th Street. Wilbur gets ready. Into the windup he goes. Swung a ground ball over to his right. Nice play. There's a throw in time. Holy cow. Listen to the crowd. That was a great play all the way around. Freddie Lynn hit a smash to the right of Orta. Looked as if it were going to go into center field. George made a fine backhanded stab. Threw the ball hard but into the dirt. And Spencer came up with it. There's a group here from Hammond, Indiana. The Slovak Club of Whiting, celebrating their 25th bus trip to Comiskey Park. Here's Jim Rice. There's the pitch low. He's had 23 homers. George Scott is at 25. Yastrzemski and Hobson has had 17. There's a pitch foul outside third. The Modoc Indian Guide Tribe from Downers Grove are here. Bob Stanley of Homewood, Illinois. Bus load of 50 from the Thornton American Legion Post, number 107. Oh, Thornton, Illinois here. There's the pitch low. 2 balls and a strike, 2 men are out. 3 generations of Barones are here. The grandfather, 2 sons and a grandson. Now the signal given. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. Holy cow, that ball's high. But Gar's under it, waiting, makes the catch. The right flies to Gar. 1, 2, 3, nothing across. That's 8 in a row retired by Wilbur Wood. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. The White Sox won, Boston nothing. You know, Chicago knows the Gallios brothers, and it's pertinent that we talk about the Gallioses on Greek night. Nick is the rich one, Pete the poor one, Jimmy the handsome one, and Benny's the young one whom they all push around. So these brothers run 3 of the most successful restaurants in the Loop. Miller's Pub, Benny's, and the Wabash Inn. Now, the Gallios brothers first took on Stroh's and Bottle. A few weeks later, they put it on draft. So being brothers, the Gallioses rarely agree on anything. But the 5th brother, Dr. John, being the brilliant brother, revealed that the millennium has finally been reached. For Nick, Pete, Jimmy, and Benny all agree on Stroh's beer. Yes, sir. When people compare tastes, they usually pick Stroh. Stroh's, family brewers for more than 200 years.
WMAQ. We're your radio station, and that means we're always looking for new things to do for you. That's the reason we ask you to call us at 591-4000 and tell us what you want. That's also the reason we bring you the big singers live in concert. It's also why we give away big money and prizes, including color TVs, cars, and stereos. We share the money with you. And, of course, we play the music you ask for. And we've got more new things on the way. We're here for you. Your radio station, WMAQ.
Harry Carey back in the ballpark. A group of 70 friends of Ray Jablonski, who used to play in the major leagues, from the Hourglass in Berwyn are here. Jimmy Downs and company. Here's Spencer to lead it off. Bob Stanley ready. Spencer lined hard to the right fielder with the bases loaded and the first. Now the slider in there, a strike call. Sherry Cannelli celebrating her 13th birthday here with her dad tonight. Here's the pitch, swing on base hit. Spencer lines a single to right. A good friend Jim Pearman from Century 21 Real Estate sends a note up. Help! Where's the Stroh's man? We need him desperately. Runner at first. there's nobody out. Here's Chet Lemon. He was out on strikes his first time up. There's a smash. Line drive to the second baseman. Almost a double play. Lemon lined hard to the second baseman, Dillard. One away. The gang is here from Johnny's. Tommy, Sonia, Danny, and Margie. And they're here from Burbank, Illinois. They're here from Joliet Security Brokers and the Rhodes Club of Evergreen Park with Bill Melvin in charge. Runner at first, one out. Here's Eric Soderholm. He singled his first time up. Now to stretch the pitch. Curveball a little bit low. Ball one. They hear from International Harvester tonight. Happy birthday to Mark Gaby, G-A-B-Y, here with the group tonight. One ball, no strikes. The pitch. There goes the runner swung on and foul outside third. Spencer will have to return. There's a big group from the James Flint organization. George Tronis with his son Jeffrey here. Get well wishes to Mary Gardelia from the Chicago Aerial Survey. Now the stretch. The pitch. Inside fastball. Well, the boys from Ferber Electric busy all day at the Ambassador East Hotel, enjoying the game. A runner at first, 2 balls and a strike. Now the pitch, here it is. Swung, and he missed. That evens the count. Get well wishes to Mike Blamis. Floyd Stone celebrating his 74th birthday here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Watch Spencer, he might break. Now the delivery. He holds. Bouncing ball, may get through. Nice play, long throw. Hey! Infield hit. Boy, that Burleson playing a remarkable shortstop. He almost took a base hit away from Soderholm. It's an infield hit. That brings up Downing. The Naperville Little Leaguers are here. Here's Downing. He executed the hit run perfectly to set up the run in the second inning. Now he comes up with runners at first and second. The pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Felix and Randy from Verona, Illinois are here. Group of 50 from Pappy's in Wilmington, Illinois. And the TMAC is here. Troublemakers Athletic Club. Now the pitch. Curve inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1-0 in favor of the White Sox. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch outside. Ball 3, and Gar will be up next. Glenn, Dana, and Larry are here from Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana. Three balls, no strikes. Bob Stanley, rookie right-hander, getting set. The pitch. Strike after knee. 3 balls and a strike. Group from the Chicago Bridge and Iron Company here tonight. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. Ball 4, the bases are loaded. With only 1 out. up with the bases loaded. Al Jackson, the pitching coach of the Red Sox, is walking out to the mound. Pat Green celebrating his 7th birthday, watching his first game. A little discussion goes on around the mound. Jim and Louise Leonard pulling for the White Sox. Looks like we're going to have well over 40,000 here. The Lehman family is here, celebrating Sue Lehman's birthday. Nancy Fowles gets the crowd going. A flag goes up in center field, a banner, beep, beep. Dave Pepsley of Ottawa, Illinois, celebrating his 15th birthday. Boy, this crowd is alive. Now the pitch. There's a shot into center field, going to be caught, but a run will score. Spencer tags up and scores, 2-0. Gar has driven in both runs. So we've scored 1 run on a force out, and the other one on a sacrifice fly. Here's Bannister, nothing out of 2. Runners at first and second. 2 men are out. Now the stretch, the hesitation. The pitch. Inside curveball, ball 1. Well, there's a couple. Jim Burrows and Bride spending their wedding night here at the ballpark watching a ball game. The pitch to Bannister. Strike called. That evens the count at a ball and a strike. Big group here from Johnson and Johnson tonight. A ball and a strike to fifth. Swung and he missed. Bannister in the hole. Daniel Potechnik family from Crest Hill is here. 2 strikes on the ball. Now the pitch. Bouncing ball, deep shot, deflected by the third baseman. A run's going to score. It'll be a hit. Olson would have fielded it, but Hodgson deflected it. That drives in another run. 3-0 in favor of the White Sox. And it brings up George Orta. Crowd really enjoying it so far. Group here from Hebron, Indiana. Listen to Nancy as manager Don Zimmer stalks out to the mound. Her music is in perfect harmony with his stride. We're going to have a new pitcher come in. Our left-hander is going to relieve. It looks like Bill Lee. Stanley pitched 2 2/3 innings, 3 2/3 innings. He has permitted 3 runs, 6 hits. He walked 3. He struck out 1. Left-hander. A group here from East Chicago, Indiana. Joe, Linda, Frank, Ricky, Denise, and Terry. Bill Lee was their star pitcher. So they got hurt in a fight last summer. He was out all season long with a separated shoulder. So far this year, he's won 4 and he's lost 2. His earned run average 5.67. Listen to the crowd. Such a big crowd, I guess the Stroh's vendors just can't get up there. And they're really thirsty right below us here. George Wolfcoat, here from Bolingbrook. Here's Arthur, the leader off, to be the hitter with 2 men on and a run in. George Justak and Sons, Whiting, Indiana, here with a big group. Ball low. Board of directors of Shono Corporation here. Here's the pitch. Curve in there, a beauty, a strike call. Orca hitting with runners at first and second. The Drexel Boosters Club here. Now the stretch, the pitch. Ground ball, hit it for right, a base hit. Here's a runner around third. Here's a throw to the plate. He is going to be saved. And a big argument. Downing hook split away from him. Here's Don Zimmer coming out. 4-0. Orta bounced the single to right. Rick Miller made a strong throw to the plate. But Downing hook split away from him. And Carlton Fifth bagged him up high. Up on the board, they flash this message. Our best to the bride and groom, Heather and Mike. Blending, of course. The mayor was married this afternoon. Bill Lee still arguing. Now he wants to talk to his manager. On the throw, Orta wound up at second base. The White Sox are leading 4-0. Below us, happier would be if a Stroh's beer bender came around. Here now is Richie Zisk. Runners at second and third. They're going to walk him intentionally to get to Oscar Gamble. Richie Zisk is the only White Sox player whom you'll see on television Tuesday night in the All-Star game has just been intentionally passed. Jamie Garling from Morris, Illinois, is here celebrating her 8th birthday. Bases are loaded, 2 men are out, and now Lamar Johnson is going to hit for Gamble. says, well, okay, if that's the way you want to play, I can make a change. And Lamar Johnson, a right-hand hitter, hitting .287 with 11 homers and 33 RBIs. Bases loaded. Bill Lee ready. One ball, no strikes. Lee, 31 years old. The pitch. Long slide, deep center, way back. Lynn running this over his head. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. 3 runs are in. A triple for Lamar Johnson. Listen to the crowd. The crowd has gone wild. Lamar Johnson lined a triple over Freddie Lynn's head. To clear the bases. And the White Sox are leading 7-0. There's Jim Spencer now, the pitch. Fastball inside. Well, who do you think won that battle of strategy? Lamar Johnson, 3 runs batted in on a bases-loaded triple. Spencer fouls it outside first. Man, oh man, he boomed a line drive. Freddie Lynn turned his back right away and ran and ran and ran with his back to the infield. Never could reach it. 7-0. Now to wind up the pitch to Spencer. Smash foul outside first. The year's biggest crowd on hand. More of the same excitement tomorrow night. Starting at 7:30. Strikes and the ball. Hey, they're here from Muskegon, Michigan, where they follow the White Sox. And they're here from Galesburg, Illinois, Mike, Kevin, and Suzanne. Now the wind, the pitch. Low into the dirt. The Carlsons are here from Munster, Indiana. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the wind, the pitch. Strike 3 call, the fastball. So Spencer, who started the 4th with a single, ends it with a strikeout. 6 runs. Look at the crowd. A standing ovation as the White Sox take the field. 6 runs. 5 hits. No errors. 1 left. At the end of 4, the White Sox 7, Boston 0. Carry back in the ballpark. We're going on to the top of the 5th inning. Here's Carl Yastrzemski to lead it off. White Sox are leading 7-0. Wilbur Wood has given up only 1 hit, and that was to the leadoff man. Here's the wind, the pitch, and the knuckleball is low. Two balls, no strikes. Here's the delivery. Smash on the ground. Base hit. Spencer dived for it, but couldn't reach it. Well, that'll give you an idea about the depth of the White Sox. You take out a home run hitter like Oscar Gamble because they have a left-hander pitching, and you reach to your bench and bring up a Lamar Johnson, and all he does is hit a 3-run triple.
Here's saying all night that the outfielders for Boston playing real shallow, especially Lynn with a bad leg. But nobody would ever cut that ball. He hit it about 430, didn't he?
Well, it was a line drive, too. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's Carlson Fisk now, the pitch. And it's a knuckler high. A group of 40 from Don's and Joliet. Get well wishes to Norman Neary in St. Francis Hospital. 2 balls, no strike. You know, Wilbur Wood had a long wait in the dugout. Sometimes you lose your sharpness. Now the stretch, the pitch. Strike, there's a knuckler.
I don't think he really minds, though, Harry. I think he was enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah, I'm sure. He'll take the 6 runs and worry about the other later.
He'll get sharp later.
2 balls and a strike. Now the stretch, the pitch. Swung and a high pop foul down. Onto the screen, out of play. Well, just to show you how big a crowd we have here, Nick Clattis is one of the investors in the White Sox. Has a box downstairs, but I noticed his son and daughter are sitting up here, just below our booth, which would indicate they had to buy extra tickets. Nick is a great customer of Stroh's Beer at the one-stop liquor and food store. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside, ball 3. Yankees have a 3-1 lead at Kansas City. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Double play ball maybe. Bannister up. Second base 1. First base. Wild throw. Nice save by Spencer. Fisk. Yastrzemski. Bannister to Orta. Bannister made a good play to his right. Orta's throw was way up the line.
A real tough play for Orta because he was trying to get out of the way of the runner. Bannister having to take a little time to get rid of it. He had to move to his right. Gave the runner more time to get at Orta.
Well, with a runner at first, 1 out. When you got a 7-0 lead, all you worry about is the lead runner. Just get 1. Here's George Scott. There's a knuckler inside. They're here from Mundaline. And from Big Rock. Knuckler high. A group of 60 people here from Mickey's in Blue Island. 2 balls, no strikes. Knuckler inside, ball 3. Group of 50 here on Greek night. There's a strike, a fastball. White Sox will go well over the 800,000 mark.
That's great.
High fly. Richie's wrist got to get it. He does. 2 gone. Here's Hobson. Butch Hobson, who's hit 17 homers. Francisco Barrios tomorrow night. Right-hander Rick Wise for Boston.
I think they're changing to Cleveland. I talked to Ted Martin. He said they're changing it.
Reggie Cleveland was due to pitch Sunday. Who are they going to move in Sunday?
Why? They just changed it.
Now the stretch, the pitch, and it's a little bit low. The big payoff in the 8th inning. Good luck to you. Now the pitch swung. Long drive, center field, way back is Lemon. Waiting at the warning track, and he takes it. No run, one hit. No errors, one left. They go into the bottom of the 5th. White Sox 7, Boston nothing.
This summer, True Value hardware stores can show you how to wipe out armies of bugs single-handedly with a Hudson cordless sprayer. It takes just a single hand to hold and operate the lightweight Hudson half-gallon cordless sprayer. Its mini-max nozzle adjusts for fine quartz for long-range spray and adjusts to reach the underside of leaves. The extension helps you reach high branches or into the center of thick shrubbery. And the Hudson cordless sprayer from True Value hardware stores sprays its half-gallon capacity 3 times on a single overnight charge. This summer, you can wipe out armies of bugs single-handedly. Get the Hudson half-gallon cordless sprayer from participating True Value hardware stores.
True Value hardware is more than just a name. It's a way of doing business that means True Value.
He never says hello to me. Only tries to give me hell.
Harry Carey and Jimmy Kershaw. A big crowd watching the White Sox, and they've taken the Boston Red Sox to lead the American League East by storm. You know, the White Sox beat Boston, swept 2 from them earlier this year, then lost 2 out of 3 in Boston. And now they have a 7-0 lead here. You know, and it could well be that these are the 2 teams that will meet in the playoffs. I think Boston's going to win the East, and I honestly believe the White Sox are going to win the West.
The only problem is that pitching has been very bad, Harry. They have really got the worst pitching in the division.
There is Chet Lemon to lead it off against Bill Lee. Lines it right through the second baseman again. And Chet's a little disgusted. Twice in a row he's hit the ball hard right after second base.
That takes a lot out of you. When you're a young guy and I remember, it's just hard, and he's trying hard, he's trying everything. They say go to right, he's going to right, they're catching it.
His average now down below 270.
But I'd bunt a little bit more if I was him.
Here's Father home, he's 2 out of 2. Bill Lee into the windup, the pitch. Slow ball, a little high.
There's the curveball that got him in trouble in the World Series, that real slow, nothing curve, and he won't stop throwing it. That's why his ERA is close to 6.
Now the pitch. Fastball a bit low. Ball 2.
He's a junk baller. He used to be a hummer. Now he throws nothing but junk.
They're here from the Dale AC, and the Will County Young Lawyers are here. There's the strike. Boy, it's got to be over 40,000. I'm guessing 43,999.
41,337.
Now the pitch. Swung line into right. Rick Miller's there waiting. That ball was hit hard.
Boy, he's hitting the ball hard.
Home, 2 out of 3. And here's Downing, who's singled and walked. His hit and run single in the second inning set up the first run. 2 men are out.
Got a big base on ball. Jimmy Harry in the 4th, a real big base on ball.
And fill the bases for Gar. Now the pitch, a little bit outside. Gar's 1 out of 2 with 2 runs batted in. Bouncing ball up the middle, Burleson. There's the pass. Boy, that guy's a good shortstop. 1, 2, 3, nothing is wrong. First time, the White Sox were retired in order in the third. Now at the end of 5, it's the White Sox 7, Boston nothing.
You could win as much as $1,000 in White Sox baseball in the WMAQ Big Payoff Inning. It goes through August 11th. 4 big chances to win in every game with a White Sox batter. $50 for a single, $100 for a double, $200 for a triple, $500 for a home run, and $1,000 for a grand slam. $25 for a walk, hit by pitch, or safe on error. To play, put your name and address on an entry blank or postcard and mail it to Big Payoff Inning, Post Office Box 3396, Chicago 60654. Get your entry blanks at White Sox Sponsors Dealership. Prizes awarded by mail, contest void where prohibited by law. You could win as much as $1,000 in the Big Payoff Inning on your radio station, WMAQ.
Carey and Jimmy Pearsall. We're going into the 6th inning. The score is 7-0 in favor of the White Sox.
I'd like to ask our new boss, Bert Sherwood, if he could get some decent seats in this radio booth. I gotta believe that his office is very comfortable, but this ticket group, these seats are awful. That's why you're standing up.
Well, I tell you, the only way, you'd have to cut through this wall, Jimmy, and I don't know why they don't do it. Now, when I get my papers out, when you get your papers out, there's no room for us.
You can't sit on these seats either. I don't know where they got these
I'm
seats.
sitting on the phone book.
This is the major league.
Hey, listen, Illinois Bell probably had to add something to my bill this month. All right, here we go with Ralph. Their first man up. And Dillard hits a long drive deep left, might be out of here. It hits the top of the fence. He goes into second base with a double. Dillard leads off the 6th on the very first pitch with a double off the left field wall.
The way this weather is tonight, if he could just get through 7 and then let Rowe finish up for him, it would be just something that you couldn't wish for anymore because it's hot. And at his age of 35 and those bad legs, it'd be great.
Well, it's 7-0. The White Sox with a big lead. Steve Dillard, the second baseman, just at the top of the left field wall. Here's Rick Miller now. Left-hand hitter rolled out his first bat. Now to stretch the pitch. Here it is. And it's a strike call. Dwight Evans still out. They're not playing tonight for the Red Sox.
He may be out for the year. He's got a torn ligament.
That's a shame. A fine ball player.
They're using him as a pinch hitter, but he can't run at all.
1 strike to nothing. Now the delivery. Here it is. He bunts. He's got a chance to beat it out. And he does, an infield hit. So Rick Miller bunts his way on. Runners at first and third. Nobody out. And now the top of the batting order. Here's Rick Burleson. Buddy boy, you never got enough against these fellas. They've won 6 out of 8 on this road trip. They're almost as good on the road as they are at home. Here's Rick Burleson. He's 1 out of 2. Wilbur Wood looking around. This crowd milling around. Our friends right below us here. Most of their milling is to the concession stand to get a bottle of Stroh's beer because there are no vendors around.
Yeah, they're hollering at you about it.
Here's the pitch. Strike call. 1 strike to nothing.
St. Louis going into the bottom of the 8th, all tied up with Montreal. Eastwick now pitching 4 and 5.
Boy, Jimmy, have you noticed how badly he's been going?
Yes, he certainly is not pitching like he did for Cincinnati.
1 strike to nothing. Now the stretch. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit. A runner's in. And that makes it 7-1. Runners at first and third. Nobody out. Burleson. Drilled one up the middle. Oh, what a little ball. I'd have to say he's the best shortstop maybe in either league. That was his 105th hit. He and Bannister are about even on hits. Bannister has 109. Now here's Freddie Lynn. Wilbur Wood gets ready. 7-1 now. Now the stretch, the pitch. Wrong, and he missed. Oh, did he have a cut at that?
Must be awfully hard to make a decision on a knuckleball pitcher like that. Where should I get somebody ready, or should I just go maybe one more hitter? If he gets out of this guy a double play, he'll be all right. You know.
Now the stretch. The pitch. Ground ball to the first baseman. Spencer's got it. A run scores. Steps on the bag for the out.
Had the double play.
Spencer played that really well, though. He wanted to make sure that the ball didn't get through.
And if he did get it right, he might have had a double play because Lynn does not run too good right now.
Well, 7-2. One out. And I'm glad to see this big guy coming up with only one man on rather than a couple. Rice with 23 homers. And when he hits them out of anywhere. And you might imagine the outfielders are playing him as far back as they can. Now the pitch. Knuckler low. One ball, no strike.
He has popped him up twice.
There's a couple, Hank and Julia Wigman visiting from Sun City, Arizona. One ball, no strike. Here's the pitch. There's a drive. Look out if it stays fair. Foul! Oh, you could see it brought the dirt on the foul side of the lineup.
I think Wilbur's knuckleball is having his troubles moving right now. He's getting tired and he's losing his velocity.
Well, Jim Rice comes back to the plate. Got out. The Irishmen are here from West 84th Street. Kenny, Curran, and McNamara. Francisco Diaz from Cicero, Illinois, celebrating his 11th birthday here. One ball, one strike, the pitch. High fly ball, deep right. This back near the wall. Leap, makes the catch. Holy cow, what a play. Boy, Richie's this went back to the wall and then leaped and made the catch. I thought it was going to go out of here.
I did too. What power Rice has to all fields. But as we said before, the outfielders playing deep gave him plenty of chance to get back there and get set up to make the catch.
So, Burleson tagged up and advanced to third after the catch. And here is Yastrzemski. 7-2 in favor of the White Sox.
Bobby Knopf is trying to let Orta know he may drag right here, but I doubt it.
Yastrzemski, as a great star, can do anything. He can even beat out a bunt. Now to stretch the pitch. Knuckler in there. Strike off.
Kind of unusual to play the pull that much because that knuckleball will dance outside, and if he just hits the ball anyway up the middle, it's an easy base hit, not up the middle to the right side.
Seems to me when he hits base hits, he hits them up the middle more than he pulls them.
That's right. We always played in the left center and pitched him out that way.
Now to stretch the pitch. Here it is. Knuckler low. But, you know,
one man's opinion.
One man's opinion. We're up here. They don't play any one way except for a reason. Now, apparently, this has been the report on Yastrzemski, and that's why they play him over that way. Who's that scout? Lauren Babe, yeah. Lauren Babe is the advanced man that looks at the opposition.
Who did they face with a knuckleball?
He made him look bad on that one. Well, I'd like to see another one like that. Hey, up on the board, they got this. Want to work for Sox concessions? Call Pat. That's Pat Redmond. Because they don't have enough beer vendors.
Let's get our kids out here, Harry.
I'd like to get my ex-wives out here. Just two, folks. 2 strikes to the ball. Now the delivery. Little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, now that's putting it on the line. Everybody complaining about no beer vendors. So they just advertise for help. If you want a job, come on out here. See Pat. Same two teams tomorrow night, and then Sunday afternoon, Unsung Heroes Day.
That's you, Harry.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Oh, barely missed. Boy, that almost caught the corner.
Bad news. Kansas City came up with 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th. They now lead New York 6-3.
Well, that's not bad news for Boston.
It is for us.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Now the stretch. The pitch. High fly ball. Deep center field. Lemon's got room at the warning track. He hauls it in. And 2 runs. 3 hits. No errors, 1 left. We go now into the bottom of the 6th. The score, White Sox 7, Boston 2. This really happened recently. My wife Betsy and I ran into Eddie Bragnall coming out of his Bragnall Wine and Spirits shop located at the corner of Walton and Rush. Say, did you ever get that Stroh's beer? I said. Harry said, I can't get over it. I've been in this business a long time. I never saw anything catch on so fast. We just can't stay in Stroh's long enough. We double our order each time and still run out before they can make another delivery. The people of Chicago really are going for it. Well, earlier in the day, I was talking on the phone to Mike, who runs the sports corner directly across the street from Wrigley Field, just on the other side of the ballpark from Ray's bleachers in. You know, Harry laughed, believe it or not. Stroh's beer is the only thing I've heard both Cub and Sox fans agree on. So friends, whoever you are and wherever you are, when it comes to taste, Stroh's is the beer for you and me. Stroh's family brewers for more than 200 years.
WMAQ. We're the cash call station. Our current cash call jackpot includes a brand new AMC Pacer, $3,000 in cash, and a $4,000 trip for 2 to exciting Hong Kong. Remember, the next cash call we place could be to you. So don't say hello when your phone rings. Answer with a phrase that pays.
When my deal's gonna make me rich.
Carey and Jimmy Pearsall. We're going now into the bottom of the 6th. White Sox leading 7-2. Leading it off.
Well, I'm glad you found
Chicago. Ralph Guard. Ralph's driven in 2 runs. Bottom of the 6th. Kansas City has taken a 6-3 lead over the Yankees. There's a curve inside. Boy, Philadelphia beat the Cubbies 4-2 in the first game and leads 6-2 in the second game. Now the pitch, here it is, swung on. Bouncing ball to Dillard. He's got it over to first. 1 away. Here's Bannister. He singled. It was his 110th hit of the year in the 4th inning. Alan Bannister. Boy, oh boy, if it wasn't for Minnie Minoso coaching at first, Bannister would have been out of this ballgame. He was picked off first in the 2nd inning. And he was really charging the first base umpire, Al Clark. Our replay on TV indicated he had good justification. It looked as if he was safe, but he had his hand on the bag before he was tagged. But nevertheless, whether you're right or wrong isn't what it's important. It's what you say and do. Now the pitch. Fastball low, ball 3. Tom Kalaki from Bolingbrook is here. Big crowd. Here's ball 4. E&K Sigma Phi Kappa.
Got some milk here for you, Harry.
Fraternity is here from Lombard, Illinois. Well, we have beer vendors here. Dan Hozak takes care of me.
I want to tell you, clang those beer bottles so loud.
Leon and Arlene Kramer from South Holland celebrating their 20th wedding anniversary. Here's Orta. He drove in a run in the fourth. White Sox scored 6 in that fourth inning. Now the stretch by Bill Lee. Repet. Fastball low. Bill Lee might be one of the most articulate men ever to play baseball. Boy, he can talk on any subject. Now the pitch. Low. Ball 2.
We need a home run right here, Harry.
He's really big on that nuclear fusion stuff. Now it's strike call.
Did you say nuclear fusion or nuclear fusion?
I want to see if you're listening.
I'm listening, Harry. All I know is that you can't throw that up to the plate.
2 balls and a strike. The pitch. High, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on George Orta. He's 1 out of 2 in this ball game. White Sox have 8 hits, 7 runs. Lamar Johnson came off the bench with a 3-run triple off Bill Lee. There's the runner back as Lee throws over to Scott. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. Francisco Barrios against Reggie Cleveland. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Here's Richie Zisk.
Murphy warming up in the bullpen for the Red Sox, and I sure hope we see him shortly.
Well, I would rather not see him against this.
No, but I mean after he hits the home run.
So he throws a good sidearm curveball, whereas Lee is the left-hander.
Murphy has an ERA of 6.66.
Now the stretch. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Tapped it foul outside third. The White Sox staff earned run average is 4.13. The Red Sox is worse. That's bad enough, but the Red Sox are 4.31.
Of course, they got Fenway Park, too, so that's a little tougher than we have here.
1 strike to nothing. These are the 2 hitting his ball clubs around. Now the pitch. A little pop fly, short right, Rick Miller coming in. He's got it. 2 gone, and here's Lamar Johnson. He tripled, driving in 3 as a pinch hitter against Lee in the 4th. Gets a big hand now. Our fans lead the world in standing ovation. Baltimore ahead of Milwaukee 4-2 in the 7th.
You know, they had a good teacher. You.
2 men are out. Now the pitch. Strike! A good fastball running away from the right-hand hitter.
He's throwing it up there. He'll run it away for him.
Trying to get back over in the skybox.
There's some Greek elves up there putting fingerprints on a window. I think Atlanta sent them.
Freddie Brzezowski, who has the Chicago Grain Company, is the host in the skybox tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the stretch, the pitch. There's a smash. Shortstop can't reach it, a base hit. Another run is in. Lamar Johnson drives in. His 4th run of the night in 2 times at bat. He hit a shot right back at the pitcher, Bill Lee, who deflected it, and Burleson almost came up with it.
This shows you how hard he hit that ball. That ball was ripped. No way Burleson can get it because he's playing him kind of in the hole looking for him to pull the ball.
So that gets one of those 2 runs back. 8-2.
Bases on balls will always create problems for you.
Here's Spencer now. He's 1 out of 3 tonight. Struck out against Lee. to 2 in favor of the White Sox.
Pick another one up, Jim.
The year's biggest crowd has enjoyed every moment. Boy, look at those center field bleachers jammed. Now the pitch. Swung and a high pop fly on the infield. Hobson in foul territory makes the catch. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. This is Harry Carey going over to the television booth. The score here at the end of 6. The good guys 8 and the Boston Red Sox 2.
No matter where you go in America, Station 21 will be there.
If you were selling your home today, who would you call? Call Century 21. You'll get a local independent businessman who lives and works right in your neighborhood. With professionally trained salespeople and a complete system of the most effective marketing techniques in real estate. So if you were selling your home today, you'd be smart to call Century 21. We're the real estate professionals in your neighborhood with exclusive selling services only the largest real estate network in North America can offer. Call us. We're here for you. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Jimmy Pearsall at Comiskey Park, where the White Sox came up with 1 run in the bottom of the 6th inning. They lead Boston 8-2. The White Sox got 1 in the 2nd and 6 big runs in the 4th. They sent 11 men to the plate. To top it off, Lamar Johnson hit a 3-run triple over the head of Lynn in dead center field and rolled all the way back to the 445-foot sign. And he just drove in another run, his 4th of the night. Wilbur Wood, who showed signs of tiring a little bit, gave up 2 runs in the 6th inning. The White Sox came back with 1 on a base hit by Amar up the middle. Carlton Fisk will start things off. He's twice been out in the 4th place. He's hitting .318, 16 home runs and 51 RBIs. An all-star catcher for many years. Certainly will feel he'll play in the all-star game this year. The first knuckleball from Wood. Bunted. And now they're looking down to see if the umpire calls it a strike or a ball, but he looked like he made a pretty good attempt, but there was no sign by anybody. The umpire behind the plate said no. 1 ball and no strikes. Kansas City came up with 5 runs in the 6th. They now lead the Yankees 6-3. Fisk steps out, stands deep in the box, holds the bat down at the end and crouches. There's a pitch hit up in center field for a base hit. Hit it right on his fist, but hit it up the middle. It stops now out in center field. Not too far out either. Lemon has to run a long way to get it, so that ball had eyes as he hit it on his fist up the middle. That's hit number 6 for the Red Sox. That'll bring up the boomer, George Scott. Hit into a double play, 6-4-3 in the 2nd, and then flied high to right field, back in the 5th. Kind of unusual to see George Scott with 18 errors. He never had 18 errors in the last 10 years, but this year he has 18 errors. At the Belters Wood, knuckleball high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on George Scott. Scott with 25 home runs. Boy, there's a shot right up the middle. And his knuckleball now is doing nothing. The velocity that he had early in the game is gone. And it looks like we're going to get action down in the bullpen as Norhagen now runs down the bullpen to help warm somebody up. Top of the 7th inning. Today, I spoke in Juliet, then had a chance to play at the Juliet Country Club with the pro, John Welch, a whale of a guy, as Lemon now goes out to the mound to talk to Wood, and Bill Rooney. I'm glad Rooney wasn't my partner, because he played so bad today that you just can't believe it. You know, they're at the first bank of Romeo, and he's the chairman of the board. He has to be the chairman of the board the way he plays golf. So now, activity in the bullpen. LeGros, along with Hamilton, here in the 7th inning. The White Sox got 8 runs on 9 hits. Based on balls that helped them score a couple of those runs. And the Red Sox now have runners down at 1st and 3rd. Single up the middle off the fist of Carlton Fisk. and then a single through the legs of Wood. That ball almost got him. He had to jump high in the air, as high as he could go. Deep in center field now with the wind blowing towards right is Lemon. Carr is really deep for Hobson. Pitch is a strike. Butch Hobson has flied twice to center field and deep. He's hitting .272 with 17 home runs, 62 RBIs. Is the rookie third baseman. Pitch hard ground ball left field for a base hit. And I got to tell you right now that the old timers run out of gas as he backs up the third base play. He's given up 3 hits here in the inning. And there's a run in, and the score now is 8-3 as McGraw hurries in the bullpen. And there's runners down at first and second with nobody out. Steve Dillard, the hitter. He started that 2-run inning in the 6th with a double to left field. Hitting .289, 1 home run, and 10 RBIs. Lemon's now going to take him out. In the National League, Philadelphia beat the Cubs 4-2 in the first game of a doubleheader. In the top of the 8th now, Philadelphia leads the Cubs in the second game 6-2. Mercer's hit a home run in the 7th inning for the Cubs. Montreal and St. Louis are all tied in the bottom of the 9th at Montreal. Cincinnati defeated Houston 8-3. As Larry LeGros takes the long walk in now, he will be the new pitcher. The Mets lead Pittsburgh 4-0. Pittsburgh won that first game of the doubleheader in New York 7-1. Baltimore now leads Milwaukee 4-2 in the top of the 8th inning at Milwaukee. And a fine round of applause for Wilbur Wood. Wood, in 6 innings, gave up 3 runs on 8 hits. He walked only 1. He didn't strike out anybody. Wilbur Wood, 35-year-old veteran, on a hot night, has pitched outstanding up until the 6th inning. And now he's given up a run here and will be relieved by Larry LeGros. LeGros has won 4 and lost 1 with an ERA of 1.97. 14 saves, pitched 59 innings, giving up 48 hits. 14 runs, 13 earned runs, 6 home runs, and 16 bases on balls. He has struck out 42 and has had 5 wild pitches. McGraw stands 6'5", weighs about 210 pounds. Got the good natural sinker. He told me the other day that he does not turn it over, it just sinks for him. Hard slider, and his idea is to get the ball over right away when he comes in to relieve. He gets 8 pitches now. The outfielders are talking to each other out there. Red Sox, this started things off with a base hit up the middle. Scott singled up the middle through the legs of Wood. Then Hobson singled to the left and drove in a run. And now Dillard it'll be Doyle. Doyle will hit. Denny Doyle will hit now. He'll pinch hit. Left-handed hitter. Doyle hitting .249, 1 home run and 28 RBIs. He's a pesky little guy. He hit a triple in Boston to hurt us. They play him shallow now. Disc over towards the line and not too deep. Even with the bag of solder home. Into a stretch now is McGraw. Looks back at second and the big fella delivers. Fastball right down the middle for a strike. So McGraw jumps out in front. Here in the 7th inning in relief with a strike on Denny Doyle. Big hole in right center field. 2 steps over towards left center is Lemon. Pitches a breaking ball down and inside. Downing doing a fine job behind the plate. Dug it out. Texas defeated Cleveland in the first game 8-3. McGraw now looks back at second, kicks and delivers. Fly ball center field. Back goes Lemon, way back. That ball is hit a long way, about 400 feet. He got it. Scott's tagging up at second base, and he's easily in the third. So Lemon, playing in left center field and shallow, had a really motor to get that drive. It was hit right by the grass and the cinder track. About one more step, he had a step on it. So that ball was hit about 400 feet for a little guy. That's a long out. And there's one out now here with runners on first and third. Scott to third. And now, Downing steps out in front of the plate. He says a few words to Soderholm. Kirkwood is now warming up along with Hamilton. At the corners of Red Sox. Here's the pitch. To Miller right down the middle but low. 1 ball and no strikes. White Sox looking for a double play here. Orta over by the bag. Bannister playing normal shortstop. Spencer holding the runner at first. There's a pitch. High ground ball to second base. It should be a double play. And it's going to be. Oh, he threw it in the dirt. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Bannister with that sidearm sinker ball throw to first base. Threw it in the dirt. Spencer couldn't come up with it because it was too hard. Boy, that would have saved the run. No error on the play. That's an RBI. Should have had an easy double play right there and out of the inning. Pitched him perfectly. Orta made a fine play on a hard shot. Took it on a real short hop. Flipped over to Bannister. Bannister running halfway to first. Unloaded in the dirt. About a step and a half out in front of Spencer, and he couldn't handle it. 2 runs in to score 8-4. Lee, the left-hander, delivers. Change-up, half swing, he fouls it off to the right side, not a play. Lemon having a tough night at the plate. Struck out in the second and lined the second base in the fourth, and then lined again to the second baseman. So he hit the ball hard his last 2 times up. His average now down to around 274. 10 home runs and 34 RBIs. Bottom of 7th inning. Pitch swung on. Hit the left side off the dugout area. Hobson guarding the line at third. In the hole is Burleson. This outfield plays most hitters bunched up the middle and not too deep. The 2-strike pitch from Lee. Line drive over the head of the second baseman, and he finally got it over his head. Oh, boy, Chet. Well, they say if you keep swinging, something will happen. And he lined a shot over the head of Doyle. That's Doyle playing there now. Nobody out. Soderholm, the hitter. Soderholm's having a good night. He scored 2 runs. He singled in the second and scored a run. Singled in the fourth and scored a run. And lined to left. Hitting .293. 9 home runs and 30 RBIs. Soderholm has opened his stance. His left foot he has pulled from in front of the plate. And he has hit the ball hard the last 3 days. Lee throws over to first. Boy, there's a lady that sent me a letter. She's a bartender. Said, Jim, I felt sorry when you said no one writes to you and when you were talking to Harry about men bartenders. Well, I'm a lady bartender and I'm 72 years old. I've been tending bar for 50 years. She's now at the Gaslight Lounge at Oaklawn, 5130 West 95th Street. Thank you for being a loyal fan, my lady. Here's the pitch. Pops up in the infield. Hobson ought to have it. Moves in a few steps. He takes it for out number 1. That ball jammed Soderholm. Brian Downing, the hitter. in the second inning. With Soderholm on first, he hit the ball between first and second with the hit and run on, and Soderholm later scored on an error by the second baseman. Downing hitting at .278. Fred stands close to the plate. Lee delivers. There goes a runner. Boy, he tried to hit it behind him and fouled it off to the right side, but Lemon was really going. And I got to believe Lemon's leg still bothers him. He's had a lot of trouble with it all year. It's his left one, I believe, ligament just below the knee on the left side. Warming up in the bullpen now is Tom Murphy for the Red Sox. Downing looking down from his sign from Bobby Knopp. Bobby Knopp doing a fine job at third base. White Sox in first place by 3.5 games over the Kansas City Royals. One out. Lemon with his lead. The pitch. High fastball. The count goes to 1-1. White Sox with a run in the second, 6 in the fourth when they sent 11 hitters to the plate. And one more in the bottom of the 6th. Boston got 2 in the 7th. 6 and 7. The 1-1 pitch. There goes the runner. Here comes the throw from fifth. He loose. The second baseman can't come up with it. Lemon was going to go, but he changed his mind. The throw from this was in the dirt. Doyle couldn't come up with it. It bounced off his glove towards center field. Lemon had a notion to go to third, but changed his mind and went back. And now his legs really bother him. I got to believe that it's either his leg or his hand, but I think it's his leg. He's calling for the trainer right now as Bobby Knopp and the trainer go out to talk to him. No, it's his hand he's looking at. Something's wrong with his hand. Lee, with a record of 4-2, has a big ERA of 5.67. When he came in, he walked this. And then Lamar Johnson hit a triple over the center fielder's head to drive in 3 runs in the 4th inning. And then he walked a couple in the 7th, and a base hit by Johnson again, his 4th RBI, and he has given up 2 runs. Yastrzemski now, not too deep in left and off the line. Flynn is playing a shallow center field, and Downing with good power to off field has a count of 2-1. There goes the runner. No, he changed his mind. And Downing had a good rip. Lemon faked going to third base for what I don't know. But now he kicked the dirt. He was going to steal third, but he changed his mind. He stopped. Rick Miller, shallow in right field. Downing, who's got exceptional power to off field. He's a strong kid. He's on that knotless course. Lee shakes off a sign. The bearded one looks back at second and delivers. Line drive up the middle for a base hit. Here comes Lemon. Here comes Flynn. I don't think he'll even throw home, and he doesn't. Lemon tags the plate with runner to 9. So Downing trying to hit the ball to right field, got his breaking ball and ripped it up the middle for his second hit of the night. And now Downing, who has replaced Estienne, who's been in a slump, is hot. And that's why the White Sox are strong behind the plate. They've got both guys, when they're hot, taking hits. That's his 8th RBI of the year. Stolen base by Lemon. Set up the run. That was Lemon's 5th stolen base. He's been caught stealing 5 times as Ralph Garr stepped in. Garr, always ready to swing. 1 out. Pitch, hard ground ball. Scott's got it. He flips to second base to Burleson. Back. And a double play and a beauty. Scott got back to the bag and a long stretch. And a double play. That ball was hit awfully hard. Scott made a good play. Wheeled and fired to second base. Burleson fired back to him for the double play. That went 3-6-3. So, White Sox come up with 1 run on 2 hits and no errors and nobody left. And the score after 7 full innings of play, the White Sox 9, the Red Sox 4.
Your Chevy dealer is really anxious to give you a good buy on a small Chevrolet now during Chevrolet's giant small car sell-a-thon.
Get a Chevy, get a car, you're gonna like. It's a giant small car sell-a-thon.
Chevy Chevette's got the highest EPA gas mileage rating of any car built in America. Chevette with its available 1.6-liter engine and standard transmission is EPA rated at 43 miles a gallon highways, 31 cities. That's an estimate, and your mileage will vary. But 43 highways, 31 cities. That's terrific.
Put a little Chevy in your life. It's a giant small car sell-a-thon.
Chevy Monza's rated at 33 miles a gallon highway, 24 cities, with standard 4-cylinder engine and manual transmission.
So get a Chevy, get a car, you're gonna like.
Right now, America, at your Chevrolet dealer.
It's a giant small car sell-a-thon.
You'll love it.
Here's important weather information from WMAQ. A special weather statement has been issued by the National Weather Service. Storms are creeping up on Chicago's southern and western suburbs. The latest radar reports now show showers and thunderstorms over much of northeast Illinois. The storms are moving east 20 miles an hour and may reach central Chicago sometime between 10:30 and 11 o'clock tonight. Be alert for locally heavy rains.
This is WMAQ Chicago.
Hi again, everybody. Lauren Brown along with Jimmy Pearsall from Comiskey Park as we go to the 8th inning. The White Sox out in front 9-4. They led 7-0. Then 7-2 as the Red Sox got 2 in the 6th. And then they added 2 more in the 7th, but each time the Sox have come back with a run in the bottom half of the inning to negate the gains. Here's a swing and a foul out of play. Well, it's just lightning a little bit here at the ballpark.
A little scary.
Yeah, it's, we just had a report, Jimmy. You don't have your earplug in, but there are some bad weather headed this way, so we might get out of here early.
I was talking about a 72-year-old lady bartender, a fan of mine. Her name is C.O. Kraus.
41,000?
Yeah, I win the bet.
What did you have? Here's a swing and a base hit to left field. Boy, the Red Sox really have done a great job in getting their leadoff men on. They have done it now in 6 of the 8 innings.
What was the attendance?
I don't know, 41 something. I had 41 in the pool.
I got 41,337.
I have 41,100. And it's 41,597. You
I
spoke
win.
too soon, Jimmy. No, I did. Because I'm only 597 off. 41,597, the largest crowd of the year. Thank you very much. Chuck Schreiber bringing it into us. Here's a pitch inside a ball. So a leadoff single by Rice. Yastrzemski the batter. That's the first hit given up by Laren LeGros. Wilbur Wood went 6 innings. He allowed 4 runs on 8 hits, walked a man, and didn't strike anyone out. Fisk in the on-deck circle. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch, and it's just missed on the outside corner of ball, 2-0.
What did you guess?
41,100. If you were around 3,000, you're 1,500, 2,000 off.
I bet 41,337.
So I'm only 500 off. You're
331 off.
No, you had 43. That's 1,000, Jimmy. Here's a pitch, a called strike.
Oh, in here with him.
Oh, it's with him. I thought you meant the big pool.
No,
with
I got
TV.
this $2 pool in here with this idiot engineer.
Well, pools or no pools, but the White Sox wants the victory. They lead by 5 here, but the Red Sox keeping things exciting by getting that leadoff man. Here's a swing and a long drive. Way back. This ball's going out of here. It's a home run. And it's now a 9-6 ball game. Hang on to your seat as Yastrzemski just put it into the seat. Well, I'll tell you, the last couple of runs the Sox have needed in those bottom of the 6th and bottom of the 7th. Otherwise, we've got ourselves a 7-6 ball game. LeGros gives up the home run. LeGros has not given up many home runs this year. In fact, that is the 7th that he has given up this year. So a single and a home run by Yastrzemski, his 18th of the year, his 60 and 61st RBIs. So the Red Sox have got 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and now 2 in the 8th after the White Sox led 7-0. And it's a 9-6 ball game as Fisk takes a strike in the outside corner.
LeGros is not throwing good. He's high, and when he's right, his ball is down low, and his ball is just about letter high.
Here's the pitcher, the swing and a pop-up. Brian Downing has to push the umpire out of the way, coming after it. He's there, he's got it. Good job by Downing.
Well, the umpire was right in the way, but he couldn't help it. He didn't know which way he was going.
So there's one out, and George Scott the batter.
Boy, Scott's fielding well in this series. That double play we missed makes it look awful big, that one run that scored.
What was that, Jimmy?
When Bannister threw the ball by Spencer.
No run scored after that, Jim. No.
Well, it scored on that play.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We had the double play. Easy double play.
No, he was out at first. There was a runner at first.
Yeah.
That run had come in already, Jimmy. That came in on a single.
Take him on a single?
Yeah. Now you're right, the fielder's choice. You're right. It did come in. Here's a ball, one strike in the batter. 9-6, the White Sox out in front. We're at the top of the 8th. Nobody on and one out now. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Good breaking ball that time. Great crowd on hand. 41,597, largest crowd of the year. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch, and he misses outside a ball. Sox about hit the Red Sox, the White Sox, that is, 11-10. They're in the bottom of the 8th at Kansas City. The Royals leading the Yankees 7-4. Minnesota's out in front of Oakland 2-0 on the coast. Here's a pitch up high, a ball, 3-2.
He's not got much. He doesn't have too much.
If he loses this man, we might see some activity in the bullpen.
Just seems like he's standing up straight tonight, and he's really having his trouble making the ball move.
Right-hander ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul.
What a swing.
We've got a right-hander up in the Red Sox bullpen, Tom Murphy. This is the 3rd time he's been up tonight. Indication that he's up now. He may come on in and pitch the bottom half of the 8th inning. Sox with a run in the 2nd, 6 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th. The Red Sox have got 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and now 2 in the 8th. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing at a fly ball down the right side. Spencer going after it, and it'll go on into the seats.
There was a surprising breaking ball after he had such a good cut. McGraw came back with a breaking ball, 3-2.
The winds have shifted. They were out of the east right at the time the game started. Then they went out of the southeast, then the south, and now the southwest. In fact, all that bad weather is coming up that way. 3-2 to count. Right-hander in the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back. So the count remains the same.
You're our man. Come on, LeGros.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a bad pitch.
Bad pitch. Real bad pitch. Thank you.
So there's 2 out now. I think a moment ago I said nobody on and nobody out, but there was 1 out. Now there are 2 down, and Butch Hobson, the batter. 1 for 3 tonight. He singled in a run the last inning. Say the big payoff innings, the bottom of the 8th. Forgot to tell you about it. Remember, send your big payoff inning cards to WMAQ Radio. Don't send them to the ballpark here. Otherwise, you're not going to have a chance to win. You got to send them to the radio station. Here's the pitch up high, a ball. 1 ball and no strike.
Lawrence, sometimes a guy like LeGros will be having to struggle a little bit, but to get you a strikeout like this, it'll help him.
Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Falling behind here. A leadoff single and a 2-run homer by Yastrzemski has cut the White Sox lead down to 3. They have led by as much as 7. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a foul going off the right side, out of play. Sox led by 7, then by 5, then by 6, then by 4, then by 5 again, and now by 3.
Like to see him get this out. Then you got Denny Doyle and Rick Miller and Burleson. You're not
in the 9th.
Right, with not too much power.
Murphy's completed his warm-up process, so we well imagine he'll be pitching the 8th inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a good fastball. So the count is even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a pop-up. He jammed it. Spencer coming over near the Red Sox dugout. He's there. He's got it, and that retires the side. So the leadoff single and the 2-run homer is all the Red Sox get. 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the White Sox 9, lost in 6.
Well, sir, looks like we're in for another good day of baseball. You can't be out here soaking up the sun waiting for a home run or wolfing down a hot dog. We hope you enjoy listening to the game wherever you are. Whether you're tuning in on the White Sox out there on the highway or sitting on the back porch, folks at 7-Eleven are glad to be a part of bringing you the White Sox ball games. We're right here at the beginning of each game and right around the corner from wherever you are whenever you need us. So you run out of chips and dips and soft drinks, you just scoot on down during the old 7th inning stretch and pick up whatever it is you need. In fact, come on down whenever. Most 7-Eleven stores are open 24 hours a day, and we won't keep you waiting. You can get on in and get on back to the game without wasting time. So here's an exciting day of baseball from a little store around the corner. We'll thank heaven for 7-Eleven and the Chicago White Sox.
Warren Brown back at Comiskey Park with Jimmy Pearsall. Tom Murphy's the new pitcher. Bill Lee went 3 1/3 innings. He allowed 4 runs on 5 hits, walked 3, and struck out a man. So big right-hander Tom Murphy coming out of the bullpen, the third pitcher used tonight. Murphy coming into tonight's ball game, making his 15th appearance in relief. He's pitched only 28 2/3 innings, allowing 21 earned runs on 42 hits. He's walked 11, struck out 13. He's 0-1 with an earned run average of 6.59. He'll face Alan Bannister, and this is our big payoff inning. And Bannister's batting for Mr. Martin Endos of Romeoville, Illinois. 4:55 Montrose in Romeoville. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a shot into left field, but the left fielder is right there. In fact, he has to jump up and get it. Carl Yastrzemski, and there's one out. So Bannister flies out to left. No money for Mr. Endos of Romeoville, Illinois, but he wins 2 tickets to a White Sox game of his choice. And the batter is George Orta. He's batting for Fran Debevec, D-E-B-E-V-E-C, of 3900 Lakeshore Drive in Chicago. Orta tonight, 1 for 3, 1 for 2 officially. He's driven in a run. He's walked twice. Remember, if a batter gets a single, the entrant wins $50, 100 for a double, 200 for a triple, 500 for a homer. And if the possibility of a grand slammer comes up, $1,000. There's a swing and a grounder to the second baseman, Doyle. He's got it, and he throws Orta out. So it's 2 up and 2 down. And Fran Debevec of 3900 Lakeshore Drive wins 2 tickets to a Sox game of her choice. And the batter is Richie Zisk. And Zisk batting for Sam LaRocca Jr. of 19300 South Wolf Road, number 8 in Mokina, Illinois. Zisk 0 for 2 tonight. He's been walked twice, and he has scored a run. Looking ahead to the 9th, it'll be Dillard, Miller, and Burleson for the Red Sox. Doyle. Dillard. Doyle, Miller, and Burleson. All right, Doyle's in for Dillard. 1 ball, no strikes to Zisk. Lamar Johnson in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a grounder to the left side. Burleson has it. Throws across in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning, so we weren't able to give any money away. 2 tickets for Sam LaRocca Jr. of Mokina, Illinois, Fran Debevec of Chicago, and Mr. Martin Endos of Romeoville, Illinois, all win 2 tickets to a White Sox game of their choice. Hang on to your seats now as we go to the 9th. It's the White Sox 9, the Red Sox 6.
Notice anything different about your car lately? Like maybe it's not running real well? Could be those old spark plugs. If you're waiting for a tune-up to change plugs, you could just be waiting too long. A fresh set of Champion spark plugs alone can give your car faster starts and more passing power. So why wait? Fill her up with Champion, world's #1 seller.
Brown and Jimmy Pearsall back at Comiskey Park, and the Red Sox have scored 2 runs in each of the last 3 innings. So a tough job here for LeGros with the Sox winning 9-6 in the 9th.
This little guy right here is testy now. We're going to have to play him shallow and left. I think Gar's a little bit too deep on this guy. Left field. He can't hit the ball deep to center like he did last time when he was up. But left field, here he comes now. Gar's moving in.
We've got activity in the bullpen. Kirkwood and Hamilton. The first pitch is a strike. White Sox out in front, 9-6. A big inning. They got 6 runs in the fourth. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Needs a bad ball. Doyle, as a pinch hitter, flied out to center field his first time up. Gave Chet Lemon a ride. They were playing him shallow, and he really drilled one. Right-hander in the windup. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Up high a ball. So Doyle 0 for 1 tonight. Wilbur Wood went 6 innings, allowed 4 runs on 8 hits. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging a grounder to Soderholm. 1 hop at third. He's got it. Throws. He got him. 1 out.
Couldn't hit it to a nicer guy.
That is the first time since the 4th inning that the Red Sox had not gotten their leadoff man on. They have done it 6 out of 8 innings tonight. So there's 1 out, and Rick Miller the batter. Miller, 1 for 3. An infield hit, and he has scored. Playing in right field in place of Dwight Evans tonight. Left-handed hitter. Soderholm playing in on the grass at third. Remember, we do it again tomorrow night. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch, and it's outside the ball. Lamar Johnson tonight has driven in 4 of the White Sox 9 runs. We'll see it with Lamar tomorrow out at 31st Street and Joey Boulevard for the Oak Brook Police festivities with the Rotary out there at 1:30. Here's the pitch, and it's up high, a ball, and it goes off the home plate umpire, Art Brand, shaken up a little bit. Went off Ryan's mitt 2-0.
Off the mitt. It wasn't a foul tip or anything. You know, it looks down the bullpen with Kirkwood warming up. It's a good break that we got him because he can come in and pitch too, where for a while ago we didn't have a right-hander to follow LeGros.
Yeah, and you see Kent Brett got beat again yesterday. He's been knocked out of 5 of the 6 games that he has pitched for California. He's lost all 3.
He really only pitched 1 good game for us.
California 10 games out going into tonight's action. Kansas City leading the Yankees 7-4 in the 9th. Texas, here's the pitch inside the ball, 3-0. You don't want any of their big thunder to come up. Then Rice, Yastrzemski, right-hander ready. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Inside the ball, he walked him on 4 pitches. That's the first walk given up by LeGros. And the batter now is Burleson. Burleson is 2 for 3 tonight. A pair of singles. He's driven in a run and he has walked. LeGros upset with himself out of the grass behind the mound. Now he steps up. The tying run is in the on-deck circle. 41,597, the largest crowd of the year. Right-hander ready, working out of the stretch now. Here's the pitch. Strike. Gets out in front of him. And Don Zimmer is really upset down in the Red Sox dugout. Has taken off his hat, yelling at Art Brand. Zimmer has been upset all night. The pressure of a pennant race.
Boy, he is really hot.
Got him with a breaking ball that time. 1 strike in the batter. Sox need a double play here to end the ball game. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Just missed on the outside corner of the ball. 1-1. Kirkwood and Hamilton continue to warm up in the bullpen. LeGros, since coming on in relief, has allowed 2 runs on 2 hits. The big blow, a 2-run homer by Yastrzemski. The ageless veteran. Right-hander ready. The 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a shot down the right side, but foul. That's a break. Spencer not holding the runner on here with a 3-run lead, playing behind him, protecting that line. Richie Zisk gets a hand in right field as he flips that ball back into the seats.
You know, it's a shame those people throw those paper cups there in back of him. He can step and fall on them. They want to win the pennant, but you can't win it with that kind of stuff.
1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. Right-hander ready, working out of the stretch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. Slice in the upper deck. Goes right up the stairway.
Boy, he's a tough out. He is as tough out as around that ball club. You have got to make a tough pitch on him to get him.
Well, it's interesting. He just did beat out Bucky Dent in the fan voting. And Billy Martin did not put Bucky Dent on the All-Star team. He put Bert Campaneris. Right-hander ready, working out of the stretch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a foul coming off. It'll be out of play.
I'll tell you why. To give him a rest. He's been playing all the time. Billy's no dummy. He let Campaneris get tired.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Minnesota leading Oakland 4-2 in the bottom of the second at Oakland. White Sox trying to hang on here and win it in the ninth. They lead 9-6, but out in front 1-0, 7-0, 7-2, 8-2, 8-4, 9-4, now 9-6. Right-hander ready. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a grounder to third baseman Satterholm. He's got it. His only play at first. He threw him out. Oh, Burleson dove head first. What a competitor. He dove in head first trying to keep from being thrown out. They ought to give him a hand over there by the Red Sox dugout. What a job.
I'll tell you one thing. You dive into first base, all you'll do is kill yourself.
But he tried to keep from being out, and I'll tell you, if he had made it, the tying run would have been up at the plate.
He loses steps by diving.
As it is, Miller's at second now with 2 out, and Freddie Lynn the batter. A runner at second. Lynn tonight, 0 for 4. He's driven in a run on an infield out. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Just missed in the outside corner of ball. White Sox will be out here tomorrow night. But Francisco Barrios going against Ferguson Jenkins. Or is it Rick Wise tomorrow?
Cleveland.
Reggie Cleveland. Here's the pitcher's ace. Ball low. Don't want to lose him. A tying run is in the on-deck circle in the form of Jim Rice. Now Orta comes in to talk to LeGros to try to settle him down. Cubs lost a doubleheader, 4-2 and 9-2 tonight. Who says George can't speak English? Get him out. We've had a slugfest here tonight, 9-6. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3 outside. Come on, Laren. Jim Rice in the on-deck circle. You know he'll be taking the tying run in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Called strike, caught the outside corner. Eddie Yost pointing down to the batter of the third base coach's box. The tying run is in the on-deck circle. The Sox don't want to let him up. They want to end it right here. Right-hander ready. The 3-1 pitch. Called strike 2. So we go down to a full count of the batter, 3-2, with 2 out and a runner at second. Big fireworks show after the game. Stick around. Right-hander ready. Fans talking it up. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul up to the upper deck.
The last 3 pitches LeGros has thrown has moved to the outside part of the plate, so he is throwing better now than he has since he's come in.
Wants to get this guy and end it all. Right-hander ready, out of the stretch. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a grounder, base hit to right field. Here comes the runner around third. They're going to wave him in, and it's a 9-7 ball game now, and the tying run comes up. That's the third run off of LeGros, and the walk hurt. That's the second RBI for Lynn, and now Jim Rice, the batter. He represents the tying run. Here comes Bob Lemon out of the White Sox dugout. The breeze is really stiff, going from the west, out of the west, coming from the left field foul line to right field. Spencer on the mound, Downing on the mound, and LeGros out there in the discussion.
I imagine Lemon is going to say to him, "Are you throwing good?" He ain't going to say too much. He's just going to tell him to go get him because he's coming right off the mound.
Yep. Very short conversation. The White Sox trying to beat the Red Sox for the third time here at Comiskey Park this year. These guys are tough. They're not leading their division. Because they're not. They are. Tough hitting ball club.
Carr really playing deep.
Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. A lot of fans out on the catwalk in center field. Bases loaded tonight. 41,597. The largest crowd of the year. LeGros out of the stretch. Lynn with the lead off at first. Rice, the batter, representing the tying run. Here's the pitch. Outside the ball. Downing swats down to his right to get it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-handed hitting Yastrzemski in the on-deck circle. He represents the lead run. These Red Sox have paddled back from a 7-0 deficit where they trailed 9-7 and have the tying run up here in the ninth. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He just got a piece of it. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. 1 more to go. This crowd will really break loose if he gets him here.
Boy, he's throwing 2 good breaking balls, Tim.
Right-hander behind the mound. Now the catcher goes out to talk to him because Rice wants to go to the on-deck circle and get that pine tar. Sox now have drawn 813,987 in 39 days. Well over 20,000 per game. The trainer is out there with Rice. Jimmy, I don't know if he hit the input. Got hit on that foul ball. That's why he went back there. They're taking a look at him now. So while he is being attended to, Downing talked to LeGros. Now he goes behind the plate. But for a moment, LeGros might throw some warm-up tosses. But the minute Downing gets behind the plate, Rice is ready and he steps back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes from the batter. A runner at first, 2 out. We're in the ninth, 9-7. The White Sox are out in front. All right, LeGros ready, out of the stretch. Rice is set. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, strike 3, struck him out. The ball game is over. The Red Sox throw towels out of the dugout, and the White Sox put it 9-7. We'll be back to just a minute.
When Bernhard Stroh left Germany for America many years ago, he didn't leave empty-handed. He took with him a great family brewing tradition begun by his grandfather in 1775. Mach's good, his father told him. Make it good. Bernhard Stroh did. He brewed his beer with loving care to make sure it was worthy of the Stroh name. Today, Bernhard Stroh's great-grandsons do the same. The Stroh Brewery Company, Detroit, Michigan.
Your telephone and your radio. That's all it takes to win in the great Q&A on WMAQ.
You just won yourself a $350 color TV.
Oh, goodness.
You just won yourself a $100 bill.
Oh, fantastic. You are $1,000 richer. Oh, you're kidding.
Get ready. There's another Q&A coming up on WMAQ.
Back at Comiskey Park. We're going to get out of here with this crowd chatting here, but here are the totals. The White Sox, 9 runs, 11 hits, and no errors, 7 men left on. Boston, 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 4 men left on. The winning pitcher, Wilbur Wood, 4-2. LeGros gets his 15th save of the year, and the loser is Bob Stanley, who is now 6-4. So the White Sox are sure to stay out in front by 3.5 games. White Sox baseball brought to you tonight by Chevrolet trucks that are built to stay safe. By the Champion Spark Plug Company, who reminds you that the fresher your plugs, the better your mileage. By Stroh's Beer, for more than 200 years, real beer lovers know that it's Stroh's. By True Value Hardware Stores. True Value, not just a name, it's their way of doing business. And by the Zenith Corporation, the one with Color Sentry automatic picture system and electronic video guide tuning. This is Warren Brown speaking for Harry Carey and Jimmy Pearsall, thanking you for listening. Hope you'll join us tomorrow at 7:15 when the Chicago White Sox meet the Boston Red Sox. Dan Hozak is our engineer. This has been a WMAQ sports presentation.
Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000